going on?
Forgot to get the right glass.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. I love that's the one I got right in front of me too. Where am I finding chat here? Oh, come on, Tom. All right, here we go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Thirsty Thursday live stream with the Bourbon Jerk YouTube channel here. Theme for tonight. This is my birthday the other day. I figured I'd do the obligatory birthday stream, do the open mic thing, hang out, maybe have a couple of interesting pours, shoot the shit with some of my buddies here. And I've also got something brand new that just dropped that I was interested in getting into, and that's going to be the Founders KBS finished whiskey. So we're going to give some samples of that away. I'm going to actually pair it with the Bardstown Founders collab from a couple of years ago. So you do them next to each other there. So I think I've got enough to do about 5 sets of giveaways. So we'll get that going. Top Jimmy's going to be putting together a couple of flights as well. And then Marty Whiskey Nose has some of the Legends of the Oak McBrayer picks. So he'll do a flight of that. So this giveaway site is going to be basically a bunch of samples. Let me get this banner going here. I think I got it going. No, let's go. All right, there you go. And I was all set to do a bottle giveaway, but then the kind of the topic du jour amongst one of the bigger channels that I participate in, and then also a group text of a lot of us from different areas and different channels, and the community. It seems as though our friends with the brown trucks who help us with the hand deliveries, maybe not so more inclined to help us with the deliveries of the bottles. So the word on the street is to maybe we just do some samples for now, see what happens, see what progresses, see what we can kind of figure out going forward. But for now, it sounds like samples are still on the but bottles maybe not so much. So if you guys have anything to lend to that topic, feel free to pipe up in chat, because this kind of just came up this morning. And for some of us, I mean, for a lot of us in the community, not just us that have our own channels, it's a pretty significant development. As you can see, I've got a couple of my friends here joining me here. We've got Top Jimmy. How you doing, Toby?
I'm doing great. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And Gary and Maureen, how you guys doing?
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Cheers, guys. I just caught your video, Gary. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go pop over there and we'll see you in a couple of minutes. I thought about doing a video about that as well, Gary, the 250th, and it seems to be just getting kind of generic, for a lot of these.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder there might be 250th editions.
There you go.
I might try to count them all up. I didn't even realize some of the ones that were out there.
Yeah. So what was this one you were talking about? Washington State?
Oh, Washington Recipe Rye Whiskey. That's the one that I ended up talking about on that.
Yeah. So the ones that I've tried thus far have been the Evan Williams and the McBrayer. Outside of that, not too many others have really piqued my interest just yet. But there's not going to be any shortage of them to choose from, it seems like.
I'm looking forward to the barrel. More often than not, I enjoy what Barrel does, and so I'm looking forward to I think it's batch 38 is their 250th. We just hasn't hit here yet.
I did see that one announced. I didn't know that they were promoting that as their 250th or anything.
I don't know how many of these releases are just gonna slap the 250 on the label, and that's the only thing special about it.
Scott says the new barrel batch 38 is supposed to be a 250th. Cheers, Scott. How you doing? Say hi to a few other folks here that I see popping on.
I have
Got
one
some-
other one. I have one from Yellowstone that's pretty.
Somebody else had that Yellowstone that said it was pretty good. Randall the Express. Cheers, buddy. Lance is in the house. How you doing, Lance? Katie Turk. Happy birthday, Tom. Thanks, Katie. Appreciate that. Who else do I see here? Oh, yeah, that one. Have you cracked that yet, Toby?
Yeah, I had a sip the other night, but it was late into the episode, so I don't really remember it. I'll try to have
Gotcha.
it earlier tonight.
All right. Got Mike T in the house. G. Whiskey cheers. Cheers to you, buddy.
JG.
The palate wasn't as fresh as you hoped, Toby.
Yeah, exactly. Or my memory.
We got Fritzy in the house. What's going on, Josh? How you doing? Son of a Gunderson. Cheers, everyone. We'll be home soon. Waiting for the missus to come out of Hobby Lobby. What are you in the parking lot hanging out?
It could be a while.
Yeah. Sugar Kitty's in the house. Meow. How you doing? All right. We got Scott. Cheers, Scott. Paul P's in the house. Happy birthday again, Tom. Yeah, kind of feel a little lame doing my birthday was on a Tuesday, which is, I was thinking about it, probably like the worst day of the week you can have your actual birthday. You probably figure Tuesday or Wednesday, because you kind of want it to be on a Friday or Saturday, and hey, my birthday falls on the weekend. The more incentive to do something special, go away, what have you. Maybe if you do your live stream on a Thursday and your birthday's on a Friday, you're kind of leaning into it. But when it's on a Tuesday, it's just kind of like, dude, what? So anyway, Danny Lopez. What's going on, Danny? How you doing? Lost Lantern has one with all 50 states distilleries in it and a 13-column version.
Yeah.
I think Sealbox put out an email about that one, Lance, the Lost Lantern one. I think I saw that just today. Cheers, Greg. How you doing? Ricardo Carroll's in the house. How you doing, Ricardo? Cheers and happy birthday. Thanks, Ricardo. Thanks for popping in, buddy. We got Dang Hooper. I read that as Dang Hooper. I know that's not. I figured it out on Facebook that it's Dan G. Hooper. Not Dang Hooper. Kind of slow on the upkeep sometimes. Cheers.
It works either way.
It does, right? I mean, it seems like deliberate. I don't know. And then I see the Facebook suggestions or something. It says Dan G. Hooper. I was like, oh, jeez.
Wardrobe change.
Happy belated. Thanks. And hey, cheers, Eric. How you doing? Connoisseur cigar. It's in the stores near me. All right. So Gary and Maureen, you guys probably saw this hyped up the last couple of days, right?
Yes.
I think it was Michigan only. And, for those of you that are into craft beer or were into craft beer at some point, this is from Founders Brewing, which I don't know. I've been a fan of Founders for probably about 15 years.
That's easily top 3, top 5 breweries in the Midwest. Founders.
Yeah, and I think in terms of size and scope, and they based out of Grand Rapids, and I don't know. The first time we went there, my wife and I, we just had a blast. And then we would go a couple of times a year. It was just kind of like one of those happy places for us. Always had a great time. Then they opened one in Detroit, and we were joined the Mug Club right away. That kind of ran its course. They're no longer in Detroit, just back up to Grand Rapids. But one of their signature products is KBS, which stands for Kentucky Breakfast Stout, and it was one of the original bourbon barrel stouts. How they come up with the breakfast theme is, I guess it has
Oatmeal.
The
coffee, a little bit
or
of
the maple
oatmeal,
syrup.
Maple syrup.
Nashville.
Oatmeal.
God, there was something else, maybe milk sugar.
But
A little rusty
oats is a very common adjunct grain to use in the making of stouts, because it's what gives oats is one of the things that gives any beer kind of that creamy, softer, creamy texture to it.
And then what the hook was with it is it was one of the first, bourbon barrel aged
Right.
stouts.
Yeah.
Now,
So that would say on the bottle what the adjuncts are, Gary. What are they? Chocolate,
chocolate
coffee.
and coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they've got a bunch of, variations on the KBS theme over the years. I think the one we picked up the other day was like an iced mocha or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this used to be like one of like the unicorn beers, and then they, finally upscaled it. So
It used to be almost like seasonal. Everybody was
It
looking
was.
for it once a year. Now you can
Yeah,
get it all.
they do a big lottery drop at their main location.
Yep.
And then it was tough to get. It was usually set aside for regulars when it hit the shops.
Yeah, I
was
remember the
funny, I
first time
moved
trying to
from-
track it down. It was like if you could find a bottle anywhere, it was probably like a $15 or $20 bottle of beer.
Yeah.
And then, like Gary said, they used to do like a timed release, like a lottery, and you would get your ticket, and you'd have to make the trip up to Grand Rapids at a determined time to buy your allocation if you wanted it. So yeah, it was like a whole deal to get you up to Grand Rapids and spend some money. But I want to say for about 3-4 years we did it.
When I moved to Kentucky from the West Coast in 2016, being from Southern California, San Diego is a huge craft beer town, but we were really used to seeing the San Diego breweries, the Portland breweries, the Seattle breweries, and the Denver breweries kind of dominating craft breweries, kind of dominating the craft beer scene. And then like the 2016, 2017, within a year of moving here, it was like 4, 5, or 6 of the breweries, craft breweries in the top 10 were Founders, Bell's, and Goose Island, all from the Midwest. And I was like, shit, I moved right at the right time when kind of the Midwest was blowing up. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, we had a lot of big ones here in Michigan, or really good ones. It's been interesting to kind of watch the whole craft beer arc.
Oh, the other one, the one that does I forgot one, the one that does the Edmund Fitzgerald Porter.
Great Lakes out of Cleveland.
Great Lakes.
Yeah, that's Ohio.
Yeah.
That's a great beer.
Yeah.
Was it like Blackout Stout or something like that, Gary? That's what they called it.
They do a lot of good stuff.
All right, so this, I guess I was expecting more KBS, but this is a little on the sweeter side.
What are the stats on it, Tom? Age, proof.
Here's what it says on the label. It says Kentucky Straight.
Okay.
So it's sourced somewhere out of state. Kentucky Straight bourbon whiskey finished in Founders Brewing KBS beer barrels. So Kentucky Straight means it's 2 years at least.
No,
right?
it means it's 4 years unless it says it's less.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's 2 or 3, it needs the 2 or 3.
It has to say 2 or 3 on it.
Yeah, I was thinking it was either 2 or 4. It comes in at 97 proof. So, kind of right in the middle. If it was like an 80 proofer, I would have probably been a little more skeptical. But 97 is pretty decent if you're looking for something like a starter. It just says small batch, and it's got the Founders logo on it. The amazing Kosmicki, who is the head brewer over at Founders.
Nothing on the back label, or is there a back label?
Yeah, there is. It's mostly verbiage. It says KBS was born from curiosity and craftsmanship. When we set out to create something the world didn't know they needed, we pioneered the art of bourbon barrel aged beer when we took spent bourbon barrels and aged our imperial stout in them for an entire year. With that same dream distilled with care and aged in American oak, this Kentucky bourbon is finished in the barrels that once held KBS. Infusing notes of chocolate, coffee, and vanilla, this distinctive expression respects tradition while pushing it forward, Rich oak and vanilla lead, followed by subtle roasted nuances and a smooth, lingering finish defined by time, barrel, and the KBS legacy. This is tradition shaped by legendary barrels. So I thought it was cool, one, because this is the first time Founders has ever put out any type of a spirit, as far as I understand it. I mean, they do craft cocktails and stuff, right, Gary? But they've never put out a booze.
Yeah, they do.
And
And
it's been a while since I visited theirs, but probably.
but yeah,
Road
and then
trip time.
yeah, it's always a fun time up there. And then like Tim Cornet mentions it here, said the Founders Bardstown was really good. Hopefully close to that. So yeah, that's this bottle, and this came out, I want to say it was like either 22 or 23. And
Yeah.
this was another one that as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, I got to get that. And it was kind of when I didn't know to read the labels too closely, because as it turns out, I think it's just 10-year Dickel.
Although,
KBS.
although Dickel does wonders with beer and wine finishes. That's how I will enjoy Dickel. On its own, pass. But with those finishes, I've had some phenomenal. The Pfeiffer Pavitt from Bardstown is Dickel. But yeah, the finishing in there it pulls the chocolate and the orange without pulling these soggy circus peanuts.
I never got like those mineral notes, but you know what? Actually, going back to this, it doesn't actually have the Dickel. It doesn't have like, you know, how Bardstown usually has their breakdown of what it is. It doesn't have that. So I don't know if it predates it or you just didn't do it on this one. But like after I did a little bit of research, come to find out, I think it was like 10-year Dickel. I didn't, I thought it was decent at first. I didn't hate it, but I think it's gotten a little bit better as it's, kind of sat in the bottle. You open up a bit. So we'll kind of A/B this, and then again, part of the giveaway that you see at the bottom is the sample pack with both of these. Okay. My wife says KBS. The new Symphony 13 Colony is decent at first. I didn't think I liked it, but it's good, not great. And Clegg. All right, so Fritzy, help me out here. Clegg out of Ohio. Is that an acronym for crazy little Asian guy? He's like the brewer over there. Somebody that might know. Jason, what's going on, buddy? Happy birthday, you jerk. Have some good pours. Cheers, man. How you doing? We're just cracking this KBS that Founders just dropped.
I'm glad to hear that none of that verbiage had bespoke anywhere in it. So that was that was pleasant.
Yeah, it's definitely got a lighter body to it. Kind of a little buttery, a little coffee, a little vanilla. I wonder if I'd pick them out if I was putting this in a blind, or if I didn't have the bottle sitting in front of me that just told me what I should taste. It's pleasant. It's almost, maybe there's like a strawberry note. Yeah. I think, traditionally, or lack of a better word, beer barrel finished whiskeys aren't that popular. They're certainly not my favorite. I can only think of
it's a niche for sure.
Yeah, it's a small niche.
I think you have to be into the beer to enjoy the beer finish.
Great.
Some of these, I mean, yeah, it's light and buttery. I'd have a hard time, discerning that there's a finish on it. I mean, it's definitely softer, fruity. There's the vanilla. Yeah, I mean, like it's almost like traditional.
That's probably for the best. Let it be something that you have to dig for, and that it doesn't smack you right in the face.
Yeah, they're the other ones that I've tried are hit and miss. Like this other one that I've got, the Founders KBS collab. Okay, good, not great. Certainly wasn't worth the price tag, but what have you, whatever. The Bardstown Goose Island collab I thought was quite a bit better. And this one does have the stats. It tells you where the whiskey is, and it's out Kentucky.
That Goose Island is so good.
Well,
And I think just the Goose
The
Island
original,
shines a
the
little
first
bit
one.
more. Like in terms of like a barrel aged stout, I always thought that Goose Island, the Bourbon County, was really condensed, flavor wise. Like that was like the quintessential barrel aged stout. And then the only other one that I think I have in my collection, I mean, I could have more, but these were the ones I was thinking of, is one from New Holland. And this is one of their beer barrel bourbons, which was finished in a toasted single barrel. And this one is just bizarre. I don't know that I.
Wait, aren't some of the Dragon's Milks finished in beer barrels too?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
No. Just if you see a bottle this shape, like some groups have done pics of this.
Unless you have one of our old first pick Dragon's Milk barrel aged bourbon.
The single barrels.
The single barrel.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon's Milk is one of the names of their stout. I mean, they're.
Oh, Goodwood.
Yeah, a couple other.
Tommy, it's your birthday. Happy
Holy
birthday, Tommy.
shit. What the hell was that?
That was
Yeah,
Dan.
that was interesting.
Dan.
I have a feeling somebody was behind that, but it wasn't Dan.
Who?
You don't see that every day.
No,
You know,
that's why I
Dan's
said on
been
the
drinking.
replay.
Ugh.
JG clipped. I don't know why, but immediately I thought Travis Robinson.
Right?
That's never
put
a
that
bad
together
guess.
somehow. I don't even know if he's even
Where
in
I'd
here.
go.
All right,
Does
so I
that
kinda like
mean
this,
that you're trying to say that Dan without a shirt reminds you of Travis without a shirt?
somebody who would put that together and get it onto the live reminds me of Travis somehow. So I'm curious. Yeah, we'll have to sleuth that out a little bit, but that was well done. So the other thing about the KBS that I didn't mention is that this is like a $60 bottle, and I think this one I might have paid $160. So obviously, two very different ends of the spectrum.
Agreed.
That was definitely better than Travis and a bottle.
Travis and a bottle of that.
All right, so I think I pinned the comment. Anybody else wants to pop on or spoof Dan again? That's up to you. Or let's have a blast. There are plenty of videos and pictures of Dusty without clothes. Well, I'm not on his OnlyFans.
Yeah, most of them are behind the paywall. So,
and a lot of you don't know this, but as it turns out, Dusty Dan and I share a birthday, 6/16. And I found out just the other day that Alec from Whiskeyland TV also shares our birthday.
Nice.
Happy birthday. Thanks, Dan. Happy belated birthday to you as well, my friend. And thanks for the cameo. That was something. I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, I think this is decent, Gary. If you have a chance to try a pour, I think there's not much to dislike. I mean, it's not anything outside the box. I mean, I think it's going to probably allow founders to pick up a couple of fringe, bourbon people that are more into beer and. And I think you kind of have noticed inside the state that a lot of our breweries are kind of trying to branch out into whiskey some way or another as well. So, Kevin O. Hey, everyone. Cheers. Happy belated birthday. Thanks, Kevin. How you doing, man? We are going through obtaining examples for a barrel pick in a few hours, and Dan is already naked. Uh-oh. Yeah. You might have your tater sticker already if you want to rewind a little bit there, Jeff. My wife says made my day. All right.
I never go to these, but this is if there's ever an occasion to pour these.
What year is yours, Toby?
I've got 24 and 25.
We're sipping on the 20.
20. Wow.
The 2020.
Yep.
All right. So as I'm sipping through more of this, the stout note is kind of building on the back of the palate and kind of lingering. So I think there is a little bit more there than maybe I initially thought. Now, hey, here's a fun fact for you guys. I've never even had a pour of birthday bourbon.
Oh, well, shit. I'll take care of that.
I've got in the lottery every year for probably the last, I don't know, 6 years, 7 years, however long they always get the sorry you didn't win email. Where I've seen it,
it's not bad whiskey, but it's and if you can get it at MSRP and not a dime higher, and you really just want to have it to say you have it, fine, go ahead. But the problem, a lot of it is the proof, you know.
I think that's the consensus. You're paying a high premium for what seems like an underproofed bourbon, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
you know,
there
I have
are
a couple
other
of these that are
underproof
empty,
bourbons that
and
are fantastic.
I love the bottle. I love the whole ship's decanter, style of bottle. But,
That's the biggest appeal, I think.
yeah.
There you go. Apparently, Dusty Dan has birthday suit bourbon. It's kind of a collector's bottle. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a perfect example of a collector's bottle.
Set it right next to a Southern Colony and a Willet pot still.
Yeah. It's okay if Old Forester 100 is way better.
Colony?
Yeah. Barely worth it. What is MSRP now? Like $200?
If not, then some.
You know, these are even less. They're even more underwhelming. I was just doing a side by side of the Shelford Jackson purchase and the single barrel Jackson purchase, and going down to these, they're both like 20 proof points less. It's a bit of a.
What is it, like right around 90?
No,
they vary each year. Like the 2020 is a 98 proof. They tend to be under 100, occasionally over.
Right.
Right underneath the bourbon of the birthday bourbon at the bottom.
Okay, so 2024 was 107 proof.
Yeah, that was like one of the highest.
That's right. And shit. 92, I think. 92 proof for last year.
And it's not like super high aged either, right?
Right.
The 2020 was a 10-year.
Okay.
Oh, so was this one. This is a 10-year.
Okay, so it does have a little bit of age. Okay, I was just curious because
Yeah. Actually, no. 2025 is a 12-year. 12-year.
All right, so just kind of.
I wish I had the proof from 24 and the age of 25.
Yeah. And Dan and Sean years back said that they absolutely adore the nose on birthday bourbons, but that's kind of where the love ends.
Yeah. I don't like the lottery system. I don't like the MSRP.
Jason, the miscongeniality of LEs. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, where I've seen it at bars up here, if I want to pour, it's like $55 or $65, and it's just like, all right, what else you got?
No.
2021 is 104 and 12-year. Okay, that doesn't sound bad.
Yeah.
When Marty was here, at that time, this room was just still full of boxes and loose bottles before all of that shit happened. And right on top of one of the boxes were the 2 decanters of birthday bourbon because they don't fit really in the box. They kind of sit on top other bottles and that. And he's like, "Oh, let's take one of these back to the hotel." I'm like, "Hey man, we can take one of those back and drink it, but there's a lot better stuff. Just look around."
Yeah. Yeah, that's the trouble with those shaped bottles. Like I got a handful of the 13th colonies and they take up way more shelf space than they deserve.
Well, and that's kind of when I was setting these shelves, I started pulling out all of the kind of odd shape or decanter style bottles and I put all them up on the top shelf. And so anyway, including the birthday bourbons, the 13th colonies, some of that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you what, these two, the KBS Founders and then the KBS Bardstown are nothing alike. Color wise, the Bardstown is way darker. It's super fruity and funky on the nose. And kind of that carries over onto the palate. Like maybe that's a function of it sitting for a while in the bottle on the shelf, but
It smells.
you wouldn't guess that these are any common denominator. And I think when we were texting earlier, Gary, we're trying to figure out, well, Bart, Congress didn't say where this was sourced from. We know it's Kentucky. We know they did this collaboration with Bardstown a few years back, so we kind of assumed it's probably Bardstown, but it doesn't.
That's a great question that Jeff poses there. Which LEs? Go back, Tom, and highlight Jeff's question. There you go. What LE or series is still worth it? I feel like I've given up on all of them. That's a good question. I guess if we just to level the playing field, if we get it at SRP, what's worth
that's the equalizer, something that's findable. My wife asked would I like the KBS. I think this one, no. This one you might like a taste of that one. Third over a block of ice. But this one I would definitely say is not your jam, dear. This one possibly.
I mean, and since KBS is Bardstown, it's almost like drinking the same thing, just in reverse.
You'd think. I mean, I would think that these had a lot more in common, but they're nothing alike.
It's Bardstown aged in the beer barrel.
Right, and like I said, this one is actually Dickel. So
yeah.
Anyway, it's an interesting contrast. I'd probably give the edge to this. Matt Shack, Jack 14, Russell's 13, I think are worth it. BTAC at MSRP. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, who's finding that though? For me, the LEs that I will go for it's a short list. I'll go for the Evernorth stuff. I'll go for the new Riff stuff. For 3 reasons. One, it's available, at least to me.
Price.
The prices are friendly. And they deliver.
Look at Jason's comment.
There you go.
He would dig that one. Drum key.
Yeah, you put it on LE this year.
Jason, jump on here, man. Come on.
Right. Come on, Jason.
But yeah, I was going to say Arctic Spirit for, to go true Evernorth LE.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think both years those have been fantastic. And probably the only one that I'll go to a release for.
I don't know. For me, if I can get Stag or Stag Junior, formerly known the Stag, formerly known as Stag Junior, and if I can get that at MSRP, that's a buy. Before you try, I'm still going to buy those, just because at $60 or $65, whatever SRP is, I think that they're worth it. If that's even kind of in the ballpark that we're talking about, I don't know. I have to think.
But that's not really an LE, is it? Or would you call it?
I don't know. I don't know where. I think everybody maybe draws their line.
See, when I think LE, I think once a year.
Tanager. If I can get Tanager at SRP, for sure for that.
Yeah, so Tanager would be their LE.
Yes.
All right. JG says I paid PAL 2 entries.
You know, I think
Oh, there you go. I see it, JG.
the Jack 10, 12, and 14 at RP for me.
Yeah, I really like last year's Jack 14. I really haven't had or heard a whole lot of chatter about this year's, other than that the ones the people
We
that
can
I've
chat
talked
it.
that have tried it said it wasn't quite as good as last year's.
I'm hearing different profile, but I guess last year's profile was just so damn delicious that it, the bar is unreasonably high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Jack, I think you can watch every review kind of puts them in a different order, and it's which one they like. They're just reviewing this year without any, comparison to the past, or whether they're comparing them to the past, and how does that affect the review. Anyway, I think it's interesting. I've got all three of them. I've tried all three of them, and opinions are like
well, yeah,
a-holes. We all got one.
Here's kind of to my point. Jason says, one time a year, LEs have been replaced by a multitude of releases each year. True LEs get overshadowed. So that's kind of gets to the point of if everything's an LE, isn't nothing an LE? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're going to say this is elite, well, if everything is elite, then nothing is elite. So yeah, I think the once a year is kind of the ones that I think of when I think of LEs. There he is. Hey, Travis, how you doing? Travis, you weren't in here earlier?
About time.
All right. So Randall says he alluded to Murray Hill Club. Would you call that an LE? I would just call that maybe an annual release or a series, at least in my brain.
I don't know. Again, I guess that's where you draw your own definition of LE.
Yeah.
Yes. Is there a bottle count that top for an LE? Is it really an LE if they're dropping 25, 30,000 bottles?
Yeah. Right. But to Tom's point, one of the ones that at least it's really fresh in my mind are the new Riff High Notes come out. They had the decade bottles a year ago. These ones just came out this year. They're 10-year releases, and those would be, and for the price, those are banger bottles for the price.
All right. So after going back and forth between the old collab and the new Founders release, I prefer the new Founders release. It's more of what you think you're getting with something that was aged in a KBS barrel. You're getting some vanilla, a little bit of coffee, nice well-rounded mouthfeel because it's got the oats in there somehow. All right. Rob, why are you up there? Hey. Cheers, buddy.
How's it going, guys? Doing all right?
All right, man. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. I just had to come on long enough to say hey and wish you a happy, I wished you a happy birthday on your birthday,
Yeah,
but
I know.
couldn't, gotta be social.
Well, thanks for popping on, buddy. Good to see you. How you doing?
Doing well. Doing well.
Are you still riding the high after meeting Ric Flair?
I got the picture hanging right here, so.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That just seemed like the
riding
most,
high?
like who would I
Girth
expect to
has
see if there was a Ric Flair signing? I'm like, I would guess I'd see Rob there.
That was pretty on brand. You're right.
I love it, man. That's awesome.
Girth has Ric Flair in an empty well down in his basement, and he drops him his food in a basket.
And the lotion.
Like Buffalo Bob off Joe Dirt.
If only you had your robe handy when you got him to pose for the pic, right?
I didn't want to be that guy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
It's just a moment. Just be that guy.
Be that guy.
Just for a minute.
Get full value.
Do what?
Yeah,
I'm having sound issues.
is that you? I got a little echo or something.
I think I'm good now. I had to take my AirPod out. I don't know why it's being done. So
What are you sipping on, Mr. German?
I have a Russell's 8-year pick that I got down in Jacksonville, and then a Dream Spirits 9-year Russell's pick that I got from down there. So
All right. So what is Dream Spirits? I've seen that on Instagram a couple of times.
Dream, I think they're out of DC, and they just
Oh,
get
I think that's
barrels and
something
pick 'em.
under the Prov Saraf umbrella, if I'm not.
Yeah, that's exactly who it is. Puppet show. Gee, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I think Paul hit it on the head. If there's no bottle count, it's just a special edition. I'll go with that. Rob's NDP. Yeah, I've not had anything from them, so I've just seen rumblings on Instagram. All right, so what do I want to pour here? I don't know if I want to try this New Holland one again. That one was really weird.
Tom, run through the giveaway again, buddy.
All right. You guys can see at the bottom of the stream the banner, but we're doing a sample focused set of giveaways here tonight. As we kind of hinted at the earlier part of the stream about the issues with bottles. I think I've got 5 sets of samples I'll do for the 2 KBS whiskeys, including the Founders version that just came out yesterday. Only available here in Michigan, at least for now. Maybe that's all they did. I don't know. But we'll do 5 sets of 2-ounce samples of these 2. You kind of A/B them. And then Marty put in a Legends of the Oak pick flight of our McBriar picks. So you've got probably 3 2-ounce samples there. You've got the Judge that we did, the super low limit or super short barrel, the Cedarbrook, and the single barrel bourbon, which I think is fantastic. And then Toby has agreed to put in what can only really be described as a banger flight here of some real high-end stuff. And Toby, you want to?
I guess we'll call it, since we don't know the difference between LEs and SEs anymore. We'll call it SEs. And
there you go.
So I'm going to put out 3 5-sample packs. Each one will include a sample of Elijah Craig 15, Knob Creek Blenders Edition, the Maker's Mark Stewards release, the Evan Williams 250th, and the OGD 117. All bottles from 2026, all either new releases or special releases, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Kind of some of the stuff that's getting a lot of traction here in 2026, I think it's fair to say.
Right. And I encourage everybody. I've done 4 of those 5. I've blinded them and had a lot of fun with it, just because they're not that far off from each other in proof. And with the exception of the Evan Williams, which I just got recently, I was able to blind the other 4, and it was fun. I did it, 2 or 3 nights in a row while we were on stream, and it was just fun to see how these different expressions, special editions from different distilleries matched up to one another.
Yeah, I really like that Evan Williams. I tried to go back and get a backup or 2 for giveaways, and they're long gone, unfortunately.
That Evan Williams is so good.
I know.
It is.
It's not the most complex.
No, it's delicious.
But it's freaking delicious, man.
It reminds me of ECBP Light.
I think that's a pretty good assessment. It's not as punch you in the face. It's not as thick and with the deep. Yes, it's nice pour.
It's not as old as we would hope ECBP was, and it's not quite as proofy, but I kind of think that's not a bad way to put it.
Just
Yeah.
Good for one every now and then.
All right. So I do have a sample of the taster of the Goose Island. I haven't had more than a pour of this one. This one was my wife's favorite when we went down to Bardstown for my 50th. And I think they gave us some sort of a dessert and paired it with this. And she just loved this. She's like, we got to get a bottle of this. Got to get a bottle of this. So, of course, we got a bottle of it. Doing our best to make this one last. It was a little pricey.
Hey Tom, being a little late, how did the KBS Founders compare to the KBS Bardstown? I've had the Bardstown.
It's a bit lighter. It's 97 proof. It's, I mean, lighter in color and flavor. It's got more of the flavors that you would expect going along with the KBS, barrel, what have you. It's got a bit of vanilla, a little bit of coffee. It's a nice, I hate to say smooth, but it's a nice lighter pour. And as
it's
you
lower proof too.
That stout, finish does kind of settle in on the back of the palate as you sip through it. You asked the proof. The proof I think is 97.
Yeah, it's lighter than the Bardstown. I had the Bardstown. I think I ended up giving it away, but
yeah, it's not
the
best. Good. I think it's 10-year Dickel.
It is. It's
just kind of going back and forth. This is super funky and fruit forward. This is what you were maybe hoping for if you want something that you see it was aged in a KBS barrel. So I prefer this, and I think it was like a $60 bottle.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you can, I think it's Michigan only, but if you can track one down, maybe that they get out of the state at some point. For a $60 bottle, it's worth a try, especially if you were a fan of KBS. Whereas this one, I think, was them trying to here you go, Rob. This felt like they were trying to cash in on a name.
Mm-hmm.
This actually feels like a true collaboration, a melding of the flavor profiles, if you will.
Fantastic. The Goose Island definitely was. It wasn't. Sorry, not Goose Island. The Bardstown KBS to me was not worth the $150 or whatever that I paid for it years ago.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think I was like $160 price tag at that. I think that at that point it was probably the most expensive bottle I ever sprung for. All right, it'd be interesting to side by side it to the 94 proof Elijah Craig Shelfer and then the Ryder Cup editions. I'm assuming you guys are talking about the Evan Williams 250. Mm-hmm. That's the 117 proof, right?
Yeah.
Because isn't there a lower proof?
117.76.
But isn't there a lower proof one as well?
Yes. Haven't tried it.
Mm-mm. Me neither.
Haven't tried it.
All right. Yeah, the Goose Island collab is worlds better than the KBS collab.
I'll have to track one of those down for sure because I love Bourbon County. So
yeah, I want to say these they might have come down in price on some of the local shops, maybe trying to get rid of older inventory because this is probably a couple of years old as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, sometimes you can get those Bardstown, the discos or the collabs at a discounted price because stores are trying to get rid of older stock. I'm seeing like the Amroot, around town, still on shelves and come down a little bit on price.
Now I do have the one of the Elijah Craig grenades that was aged in a Goose Island Bourbon County Stout barrel. Have you ever had that?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
I think it's only a 94 proofer, but it's pretty good.
Okay, so Maureen says it's a Michigan only release, 8,800 bottles total. So yeah, maybe it won't hit outside of Michigan. I guess It's interesting. Maybe it flops. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I would think that they got enough of a footprint here in Michigan alone to,
Probably getting the distribution to different states. That if they're not going to regularly drop, it's probably not worthwhile.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Founders Beer is in every state.
Yeah.
It says it's at the Grand Rapids location plus 30 Michigan retail outlets. So if you're dropping a few at 30 stores, then
yeah. I ended up going to Total Wine. They posted on their socials yesterday. I'm like, okay, I want to go get one before they run out. I always think that if it's something I want, it's something that's going to sell out in a minute, and maybe this is something that people don't even want. I don't know. Michigan only, yeah, okay. So we'll see. I get you a good size sample, Rob.
Yeah, if we want to.
So let me know, and I'll shoot you one of those Elijah Craig too if you want to try it.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, this is sort of circling us back to the original topic of fun with package delivery companies.
yeah,
Right.
there you go.
Tim, it was $60. Hey, Thomas Anderson, how you doing? Trey Larkin. Cheers, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you. If you feel like getting on, there's a link at the bottom of the chat, I think.
It is.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, I'll actually, if he wants to get on, I'll make this to where we're not cramming up the screen with a ton of people. I just wanted to say, hey, been a little bit. So cheers, y'all.
Always good to see you, brother.
Have a good one. See ya.
Appreciate you, man.
Give them a woo on the way out.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Good night,
I
buddy.
concluded a.
Somebody's yelling at, what are you doing? So how's the birthday bourbon?
I already traded up.
Did you?
We traded up.
What'd you go for? I didn't see.
I'm so I don't know, maybe a month ago we did that stream with Marty and Jason and Dan where we had My Lemon Green come on.
Oh, okay.
And right after that, they released their next single barrel release, and this one is Live Oak. This is the second release from 2026. So I poured that, and I've got it right up against the brand new, hot off the bottling line from Barrels and Brews, the latest iteration of Elkwood 9 Year. And I have to say, and I didn't believe it because the Elkwood 9 Year that they did last year was unbelievable. And I didn't think they'd even be able to come close again. And I haven't done them side by side, but this one is, it's going to give it a run for its money for sure from last year.
Nice.
So, very
Hey,
delicious.
made the long trek to the shop.
What'd you say, Gary?
So, Toby, did you make the long trek to the shop to get that? The gift shop?
No, it was hand delivered to me from the Texas or the Tennessee faction of our whiskey family.
Ah. Okay. Oh, so it had to travel down to Tennessee and then come all the way back.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure.
All right.
Are they in
I'm
Lexington?
just glad I got it.
Where are they at, Toby?
What's that? Elkwood?
Yeah, are they in Lexington?
Yeah, Elkwood is one of the labels produced by Bluegrass Distillers. And originally Bluegrass Distillers was in the same building as West Six Brewery. Because that's a big used to be a bakery. Like it wasn't Wonder Bread, but it was like whatever it was a brand like Wonder Bread or Weber, things like that. Anyway, couple, 2, 3, 4 years ago, they bought a farm right outside Lexington, and it's called Elkwood Farm. And they bought the entire farm, the farm manor house. And I mean, this is it's a large, it's a borderline mansion, farmhouse. And anyway, they moved the entire production out there. Everything's out there now. And so they have the Bluegrass Distillers label, which they distill. That's all their distillate. Then they have the Midway label, which is Rise. The Elkwood label is one they came up with when they bought Elkwood Farm, and it's their premium line. And right now it's all sourced. I know they definitely source from Beam. They definitely source from Barton. They have sourced some buff turkey for that
So
line.
I know those are popular for a minute, and then I know they do some finishing too, like Eric says.
So
here,
under the Oakwood label, they've got a Spanish oak, a French oak, and a toasted oak.
I think Randall sent me a sample of that. It was really good. And then when I think about it, when we were up at New Riff is when I remember having an Elkwood for the first time, and I think it was a 9-year, and it was something. So yeah, they've got some good stuff coming out of Elkwood for sure. All right, so I think Eric might have won one of these on a stream earlier this year. This is one of those bottles that I was happened to be up at New Holland looking for something interesting, and this was a single barrel that they had just put out on the shelf. Beer barrel bourbon, toasted single barrel, 113 proof. And I'm like, okay, but without even, trying it, I was like, all right, well, I'll grab this and bring it home. I'll grab an extra one for a giveaway. And it's weird. Like, it's not like Dragon's Milk. It's not like Walleye. I don't know. It's got maybe some of those characteristics, but it is just funky as I'll get out. And I don't know if it's funky in the best way. Eric, do you like this one, or is it something that's just kind of weird to you as well? But it's not something I've gone back too much. I mean, you can see there's maybe a couple ounces out of the bottle.
Yeah, they're earlier releases of the beer barrel, like the 80 proof one, and that to me had a very hoppy type of note to it. And that was something that I, almost IPA-ish sort of note to it. And I did not care for that at all. I don't know if that's the funk or no.
It's kind of got like, you get a little bit of hint of that like peach ring that we get in their lineup, but then it just kind of takes like a strange turn. You said it was kind of hoppy. I don't know how I would even describe it, but it's just something odd. And it takes you to it's like a left turn somewhere. And then it's got like the toasted bit. So there's a little bit of like smokiness to it. There's a lot going on. Eric says, I agree it's funky, but I do enjoy it from time to time. Yeah, I won't say I dislike it. It's just so off profile that it's not something I find myself reaching for or thinking about. You know what I mean? All right. Thomas says they had those beer barrel high proof bottles at Tailgaters in Lansing last year. Not my favorite. Yeah, it's as far as the stuff that they put out, this is definitely kind of the lower range of I think the Walleye stuff is probably the best at the higher proof. And I don't need the finishes. What about you, Gary? What do you think?
I'd agree. I mean, the Walleye without the finish has enough, almost comes off as finished on its own.
Yeah.
That it doesn't really need the extra. The Origins handle the finishes, the New Holland Origin releases, but because those ones drink a little bit more almost Irishy whiskey versus the very peach stone fruit that the walleye runs have.
Yeah, I like you said, I think there's enough interest, there's enough complexity, there's just enough like, yeah, it's just there's enough going on in a regular walleye that I don't think it needs the extra that finishes to keep you, interested, I suppose. Walleye run single weir store pick I got from Mega. Yeah, I know Gary and Maureen have been on a lot of those. I still think the one that we did, the casting couch is my favorite. And I got the one from Stuff and Whiskey, the one that they did, I got Jason and Scott's with the one that they did. Maybe a couple of others. I think ours is the best. I mean, obviously, we'll be biased, but I do think, for my money, that's the best one. But yeah, single barrels, unfinished walleye.
Talking about the walleye malted rye.
Yeah.
That was the one that was part of. You guys are part of the Hello Again Whiskey Friends, right? Or Dusty's
Yes.
Whiskey Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as well as the
well
Mash
as-
and Journey.
Yeah, I wasn't on the Mash and Journey.
Well, and
one,
I
but,
think
Oh.
I definitely think, and those are not.
Oh, you were only up at
Those are
TC.
not-
Okay.
Those are not generally in my wheelhouse, but I will say that I feel that the Dusty's Whiskey Friends edges out the Mash and Journey on that one.
Mhm.
I think even Jason has been on record as to saying that.
I mean, it's a splitting hairs and
Yes,
type of thing,
for
but
sure.
yeah.
It's okay to be wrong, guys. Well, Jason, in your defense, I don't think you were at that pick, were you?
I like the one that was on the pick team 4 better.
Right.
Hey, Tom, I want you to keep an eye out. You're going to have a special guest going to jump on with you here in a few minutes. So,
Is it Dusty Dan with clothes?
He's got the pasties on.
I'm not saying anything. He promised to wear chaps. That's all I can say.
Okay. All right. Well, Thomas says the walleye run 7-year double barrel malted rye is also good. Yeah, I think they're all good. Thomas, I think I like that one in terms of the finished ones the best because it doesn't have like the Armagnac or the Amberana. It's just a little bit more oak, and I do think it maybe amplifies the peach ring notes to it. What does Jason say here? Walleye run MJ over the Hoff. Silver Springs from Hoff kicked her ass. They got a special barrel. All right. Well, I'll have to do a head to head. I think they're pretty darn close, but I mean that casting couch is so good. Bourbon Dan is in the house. How you doing, Dan? I'm not saying these are good or bad, but I'll throw in a sample pack of Lost Lantern Dread River.
That sounds cool.
Spicy boy.
70.9. Good Lord.
70.9 ABV.
Good.
That's
Is that for
Ooh.
drinking or cleaning auto parts?
Wow.
All right, Lance, I'll get that in there, buddy. I appreciate you, man.
Cheers, Bourbon
Brian
Dan.
Newton said, has anyone tried the Fisherman batch from Walleye Run? Yes, Brian. In fact, that was probably the most recent one I did. I thought it was a bit overly sweet for my palate. And that's the one. It's got 2 different finishes. I think it's like toasted and brandy or something. And I think the brandy just kind of gives it, to me anyway, just a little too much sweetness. But if you like sweet whiskey, I mean, that might be right in your wheelhouse. So again, I like those walleyes with, if there's going to be a finish to it, maybe I gravitate towards that double barrel because it's not going to add any different flavors, I guess. Yes, sir. Cigar blend is pretty tasty. Very little Amarana. I thought that at first too, Thomas, but then when I went back to it like a second time and a third time, that Amberana did seem to be a little bit more pronounced to me. But yeah, it doesn't have too much, but almost just any amberana is just so overpowering. Well, bourbons
There's
I'm
only a
tasting.
couple that do it right,
But Lance always has something interesting.
for sure. So I'm drinking. This was hand delivered to me today from Lance. This is a 9-year MGP from Ken Kinsey out of Philadelphia. Bottle number 35, and it is where's the proof on it? It is 112, I think. It's handwritten, so 112, single barrel.
Nice. So, Bourbon Dan, here's a question for you. Danny was just up in Traverse City this week, and Traverse City Whiskey Company just released their, I don't know if they call it like their distiller's pick or distiller single barrel, but it was a 17-year MGP bourbon. And he said it was fantastic. And I think he picked up a bottle. Have you tried that one, Bourbon Dan? If so, what did you think? I usually loathe amberana. Yeah, it's just not for me. Lance's Firewater. Here you go.
Yeah, seriously, that's no doubt, Randall. Firewater.
Put some hair on your chest. Right. So yeah, going back to this beer barrel bourbon, I don't hate it. I'm warming up to it, I suppose, is maybe a good way to put it.
So I think I have the question of the hour for Maureen. Maureen, are you going to be on with us on Tuesday next week? You going to make it home in time? You going to be ready to slug back some brown liquor?
I'm like, ooh, let me see what does my schedule look like next week. I'm off on Tuesday, so yeah, I should be able to slug back for a little bit.
Okay.
I do have to go to work the next day, so I can't stay up super late, but yeah, I'll be ready to slug.
That's fine. That's awesome. Look forward to having you both. That way I know I just sent out sample packs today. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It won't be Tuesday. It'll be a week from Tuesday. It'll be a week. Sorry. I blew that. It's a week from Tuesday.
A week from Tuesday?
Yeah, my bad.
I'll be home around 8:30, so
Okay, that's good.
I may not make
all right.
it for the beginning of, but I'll jump on in.
No, I will just, so Tuesday.
I will be ready for Eshkabaha.
Okay. All right. Perfect. I just need to know how much to send. Oh, there we go.
Boy, that is like motor oil there.
Yeah, it's the north side.
Good motor oil.
It's 113, so that's
Not bad.
a Coy Hill rye, or that's the Tanyard 1-13.
It's all good.
I don't know those.
You got to love a bottle that comes with its own gold bling.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You know, and I know you help with a lot of those North Point picks.
north side out of
North
Holland.
side.
Yep.
So I'm sure that they're fantastic. I've yet to have anything that Gary was involved in that I didn't really like.
Well, thank you.
Anyone have a Flying Ace 13-year cask strength bottle from last year? 13-year MGP, very tasty. I've heard that as well, but no, I've not tried that one. Okay, it sounds like it's Coy Hill, Gary.
Yeah, he's talking about that thing,
There you go. I knew I saw that bottle somewhere.
Oh, Flying Ace.
which is for $100, 13-year MGP. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those picks we did in Traverse City, that MGP, that 10-year and 11-year. I think it's fantastic. And I think those are actually still available. It's interesting that what brands move and what stick around for a while. But yeah, if you like high-aged MGP, those are fantastic picks. That bourbon, especially, for my money. Fantastic but dangerous. There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, we've done two for Northside. We've done two Jack Daniels, and I knew one was Tanyard Hill, one was Coy Hill, and I just forgot offhand which one was which.
Lance says, "What do you think for $33?"
Talking to me, probably that
I
Kinsey.
think if you get anything decent for $33, you're probably doing all right.
9-year MGP for $33. Yes, please.
Really?
It's delicious. Hey, there he is.
Hey,
What's going on, guys?
Right on.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. Cheers, Jason. How you doing?
Good. What's going on, man?
Didn't road trip it out to New York for the parade?
Oh, dude, I wish I could have. I so wish I could have.
Yeah, that
Maybe-
looked bad. I can only imagine the shenanigans that
Yeah, it was true. I have a
The
couple
New
of
York
buddies.
parade,
I have a couple of buddies in New York that are cops, and they said just some of the shit going on was nuts. It wasn't anything dangerous, but just like, well, maybe it was like people trying to climb like light posts and stuff to get a better view, and people pulling each other off and down and climbing on
I
cars.
saw some clip like that where somebody was climbing a lamppost and the other person pulled them down.
Yeah, it's just people being stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're gonna have that, but what, 53 years in the making. That's
Yeah, there was a lot of pent up celebration. I think.
Mhm. That's why I think if the Lions ever win the Super Bowl, like Michigan is just.
Oh my
just,
God.
It's,
Oh my
I
god!
can't even
Detroit
imagine.
will burn to the ground.
Oh my
The
god!
whole
they're
entire
gonna
state.
flip the Upper Peninsula over.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it on to Wisconsin or something.
Yeah, somehow you guys are going to lose a piece of Michigan somehow or another.
Yeah, they'll lose the thumb. They'll lose the thumb.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Randall says there was a ton of Horse Soldier Army 250th anniversary bottle sitting on the shelves here at 150. It's a little pricey for most sailors and soldiers. That would be one that I would be inclined to pick up, I think, Randall. Especially after watching the stream the other night. That was a heck of a stream. Don't tell me you were on there. That was something.
You know, the feedback we've been getting is a lot the same thing as Marty and I felt. Because like we went back to Liquor Barn that night thinking there's going to be some college kids sampling Horse Soldier. And then we walk in and there's this guy that's my age. And then we find out that not only is he one of the Horse Soldiers, he is the commander of the Horse Soldiers. I mean, we had the dude, and it went, like I said, it went from supposedly being 90 or 60 or 90 minutes to being like 3 hours. And people were asking such great questions.
It was really compelling to just kind of watch and hear the stories. And that's when you can get a guest like that kind of, is introducing something new and different to everybody. I just think those make for the best streams. And that guy was a hell of a guest. And you guys did a heck of a job kind of, guiding them along with his stories there and his information. It was just really compelling.
This isn't something we talk about a lot, but I'm putting 2 Yellowstones up against one another here. I've got the Yellowstone 250,
Okay.
Which I showed earlier, but I just picked this up the other day. It's the Yellowstone. It's a series that they're putting out. It's there's a name for this series. The Recollection series, and I think each one is supposed to commemorate, one of the big national parks or something.
I haven't gone back to I don't think I bought a Yellowstone bottle in about 4 years. I think I bought their LE. Go back to LE
Right.
for 2022. Didn't love it, and I quit buying their stuff. A lot of stores were doing picks for a while. I just poured myself some drum key for 2 reasons. One, because Jason's here, but also because you know what? I didn't have like a top shelf birthday pour, because my birthday fell on a Tuesday. We actually went out to like a Mexican restaurant, and I had like a
Tequila.
beer and a tequila. So no bourbon on my birthday. This will be my top shelf birthday pour. So cheers, guys.
Hell yeah, man. You got it at a good
Trying to make
spot.
this one
too.
last, Jason.
You got it at a good spot too. Once it hits that about almost halfway point, man, it is the berry that comes out of that is insane.
Well, this was good right off the rip, man.
I got this today, so I'm trying this.
Nice.
Oh shit. Okay.
I heard good things.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm glad you got it, because I have one, but it's behind the iron curtain of UPS.
Yeah,
The Brown Truck Mafia.
this one
May or may not make it to you.
Well, no, it hasn't been sent yet, and he's got one for me, and he's got two for me, but I'm glad you got one. It's important that you have it so that you can let all the rest of us know how it measures up.
Yeah, that's why I was using the napkin when I poured it, because I know Paul P was calling out my sommelier skills. It's because I don't want to get anything dripping on it before I actually do B-roll of it. So
Right.
So I'm just trying it for the first time and getting some getting my.
Do you have last year's 13?
I have it. Yeah, it's downstairs somewhere in my pantheon of a whiskey room, just with freaking bottles everywhere.
Next year or next week, not next year.
This definitely smells older than last year. Last year, remember, was just 13 mainly with some 14. This is mainly 14 with some 18. So it does have a significant sweet oak enhancement versus last year. Last year was more sweet. This is definitely an Eddie Russell profile where it just gives you more of the age, at least on the nose. Haven't tasted it yet, but
so Gary and Maureen, do you guys see Russell's 13 over on your side of the state?
Yeah, it does. I got last year's batch that came in. I would expect to see this year's hit this side as well.
Like you'll walk into a store and see it.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
I don't walk into stores anymore.
Wow.
I'm just going to say there might be some behind the counter action going on.
You know what?
Does that mean you skip into stores? What does that mean?
Well, it's when
Store's called Gary.
Does Maureen carry you into the store? How does that work?
No. Walk in, go around the backside of the counter, all the way to the end where the hidden stuff is, and basically you look at the owner and go, "That one," and he goes, "Okay."
All right.
It helps when you pick barrels for a store and those bottles
the same
move
store?
off the shelf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, when our single barrels are selling out in under a week regularly, we have a very happy owner and a very generous and thankful owner.
Nice. Well, good for you, man. You deserve it then. I mean, I
Yeah.
know you they put out a lot of picks. You're helping out, and I know that whatever it is that you're participating in, you're putting the right stuff out.
Yeah.
And sometimes we walk into that store, look at the top of a barrel, see a Jack 14 just sitting there. Yoink!
Nice.
And somebody might be on their Instagram / Facebook with a receipt held up and a bottle.
Okay.
This is what happens.
I don't know who that would be.
This is what happens when you have the world's worst bourbon channel. You get all the perks.
Yeah, all those accolades.
Actually, he sold it because I was with Gary. Just so you know.
And so you got the clout.
Oh, so it's the fancy Franchi effect. I see how it
Yeah.
It is.
You know, with my channel, I don't have to pay for bottles anymore.
We've got LP in the house. How you doing?
Happy birthday, Tom.
How you doing, man?
Cheers, everyone.
Happy birthday to him.
Cheers.
Love it.
Man, it's good to see you, buddy.
Jason, you talk funnier than me. You're from New York.
I beg to differ, sir. You between you and Giselle's, man, you guys say some weird words.
The New Yorkers talk the funniest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's no A in the word York.
All right, whatever.
New Yorkers.
I'm not.
Okay,
staying
Mr.
long.
Water.
I'm not staying long. I just wanted to show you guys these weird
Yeah,
bottles.
we both equally sound ridiculous sometimes. That's why I love Boston.
No, I love it. Good to see you, man.
Same.
Looks like a whole plethora of stag behind you.
Yeah, it's everywhere now. Yeah, these are Lost Lanterns that I picked up. They're fire water, but they're pretty good. I wanted to just show you guys. I'm not going to stay on very long.
Oh my goodness, that's dark.
This
Did
is
you
Red River.
Did you
Red
get
River.
Did you order the new one? The one that has all 50 state blended into it?
I did, but at a local.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one is on Sealbox still. I'm gonna order one of those because I'm just interested in tasting a blend like that.
Yeah, it sounds
As
very
far as
interesting.
gimmicks go, Jason and Lance, that sounds like a pretty cool gimmick, right? Throw something in from every 50, one
I
of
mean,
the
it's got
states.
Hawaii, Alaska in it, everything.
Yeah. The only thing is I do worry about a little bit. I mean, the age statements are 2 to 8 years, so there's some or 2 to 10 years. There's some really young whiskey in it. So
I think those guys know what they're doing, though. They probably put like a very small amount of like a 2-year Hawaiian whiskey or something, you know.
Can't say
That's
I have
something
a Hawaiian.
That's something you don't hear all the time. 2-year Hawaiian whiskey. Awesome.
well, here's the thing. I mean, I don't know how big that batch was, but I mean, if it was anything over 2,000 bottles, you're still putting a good amount of whiskey in there. So
Yeah. The one I'm interested in is the one they did the first 13 states.
Yeah.
So it'd be all East Coast stuff.
Sounds interesting. Yeah, something with all 50 states. That's ambitious to put together for one.
yeah,
Try to make it decent. It's another animal.
yeah, like reading the press release about it, they said that it's been an idea of theirs since the beginning. But obviously they had to kind of figure out how to curate all this whiskey before they could blend it all. But that's pretty cool.
So did you do a review on the cured oak?
No, I did a review on the 4-grain. I haven't seen a cured oak yet.
You will.
I was hitting Michigan today hard.
Is it?
What is cured oak?
It's
Yeah,
the
what does
it's
it
one of
really
the
mean?
E.H. Taylors, the cured oak E.H. Taylor releases.
Yeah, but what does that actually mean?
What does cured oak mean?
Yeah.
So
The trees were sick, but they got better.
So does that mean every other whiskey is sick? But for that one?
No, it just means I think it has to do with the amount of time they air dried the oak staves. I think it was like 13 months or 14 months versus the typical like 6 or 7 months they usually do. So it's cured oak. You know what I mean? It's not.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Danny says he had a pour of that last night. It smells great, tastes fine, nothing special. I mean, that's
Buffalo Trace. I mean,
So that's
more
so
marketing
you're saying
than,
13 months? Jason, you're saying 13 months seasoning on that?
yeah, I'm trying to remember off of what I just know. I think it's like a 13 or 14 month curing process versus, I guess it's like half that. I don't know. You could Google check me if you want. I think that's
I was going to say, if that's the case, I'll be laughing and in terms of Michter's, for I know how long they leave their staves out for their barrels.
I know, seriously, they're doing 18 months. They're doing like 2 years of
minimum.
Yeah, so 13 months doesn't really move the needle for me anymore.
It's typical BT. Extra long 13 for
months according to Buffalo Trace.
It's just another SKU to have on your
It's probably fantastic if you can get it for MSRP though, $80.
I don't think it's fantastic. I think when I did the original like E.H. Taylor like lineup, like all of them, I don't think the cured oak did very well. I think the seasoned wood was actually my favorite.
Besides the barrel proof, are they all
I
the
have
same?
friends that love that one, the seasoned oak. I never had it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Tom?
I don't pay too much attention to the E.H. Taylor releases because I don't even see like the small batch for the most part. But besides the barrel proof, are they all 100 proof?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, other than the rye and the barrel proof bourbon.
The 18-year marriage, the seasoned wood, and the tornado survivor. I hate to say that one was good, but it was good because it tasted like a dusty. That's the only reason why I liked it. It didn't like have a long finish or have anything super special about it, but it tasted like a dusty whiskey.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, but that was like the best part about it. The rest of them, you could keep the rest,
don't know.
I feel like people just want the tubes. They don't even want.
They want to put them on their shelves. I think.
Yeah, they want them all
like,
lined up. Yeah.
Oh, you got one with like, blue writing. I need that one, or
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this has a different color. I gotta have it and pay $15,000 for one. It's amazing. That Warehouse C with the blue lettering is probably the biggest, like, Buffalo Trace pointing the finger at us and laughing release ever, because most of H. Taylor is matured in Warehouse C, so there was really nothing special about that.
But are they pointing the finger at us, or are they pointing
just
the
like
finger
trolling.
up at us?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's just like them trolling. Like, look, Warehouse C, and it's a turquoise letter. Meanwhile, it's already aged in Warehouse
for rare,
C.
bro.
Oh my God, that was.
Maybe I'll get a Warehouse H. Blanton's.
Yeah, I feel like they were just a bunch of like marketing dickheads with their feet up, just laughing at us, like going crazy over it.
I get that for a lot of the Buffalo Trace stuff.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. I mean, it seems like all of the stores here are posting all of their Buffalo Trace drops like twice a week now. So
there's more Buffalo Trace now than there's been.
Definitely more.
And it's more every drop. I mean, here in Lexington, the drops are once a month, and every drop is, I would say, 30 to 50% increase over the drop before.
Hey, Tom,
yeah, Brianne, I'm always going to tell you how I feel.
It's everywhere here.
Sorry,
Except
Brian Newton. I read that as Brianne. It's Brian. Sorry.
All right, Danny, I appreciate that. I will put that in the banner. And in terms of what is in that, J. Henry 2025 Annie. Oh, there you go. Traverse City Whiskey Co. 17-year bourbon. And that was the one that he just picked up.
Nice.
New Riff High Note 2026 bourbon. That's the 10-year, I think. The Evernorth Exodus Rye 4 Penelope E. Wow, those are some bangers, Danny. Right, so let's get that in there.
Nice.
I'm gonna.
Tom, you excited about the new Murray Hill Club special release that Nancy's making? She's got part of that whiskey is coming from Michigan.
I actually still see some of the older ones here if I look hard enough. If it's a special one that she's putting some Michigan stuff in, I'd probably be more inclined to grab it than some of the other ones.
So there's some old whiskey in it, but it's a really weird combination. It's when she was talking about it the other night, it's parcels of the whiskey are finished in ice wine barrels from.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
From where did it come? Oh, from
St. Julian?
I think it was from the Ukraine. There were ice wine bottles that she got from the Ukraine, and then there are port wine barrels from Michigan. Those are the two. Those are the two components, which I think is pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean I've tried was it like batch 5? Was it last year or the year before? That was like
batch 4 was the Calvados.
The Calvados one, yeah.
That was fantastic. I'm gonna sneeze here in a minute.
I'm excited to try that one.
Yeah, me too.
The ice wine.
Sorry.
I mean, it sounds like it's going to be really sweet, but you just never know. Like Nancy,
she said she doesn't think it's going to end up being overly sweet by the time it bottles.
Yeah, Nancy, she's been working on it for quite a while. She said it took forever to get the ice wine casks because they're just hard to get.
Yeah.
All right, I think I fixed that. You guys ever drank ice wine like on its own?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When I lived in New York, Long Island has a bunch of wineries. So if you drive all the way out to eastern Long Island, there was a winery there named Pindar, and they were one of the like 2 wineries out there that did ice wine.
There's a couple places here in Michigan that'll do them, and when they sell them, they're usually in a smaller bottle, and it's a real high premium. Like it's
well, I mean, what you have to do for that is you have to wait for the first freeze.
Right.
So the amount of liquid you're getting out of each grape, these things are practically raisins that they're pulling off the vines. So, but yeah, that the better ones that I had are just, ultimate dessert wine.
Yeah, I don't know that I've tried too many, and my wife chimes in. She likes the ice wine. I think my wife and I, we've tried the St. Julian's and maybe one other one that's here in Michigan. I can't think of the name. What do you got there, Gary?
It's from Butler Wines. It's
The 2012 late harvest ice wine.
That's an ice wine from here in Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of the more interesting ones I had, I think it was from out of Canada, Point Peely, where they've got quite a few vineyards there, but it was a Cabernet Franc ice wine. That was like the first red wine ice wine that I've had.
Oh,
that
okay,
was
yeah. I want to say most
really
of them
nice.
are a little lighter, I think.
Yeah, I mean the traditional is Riesling coming out of Germany.
Awesome. All right. Danny says, was just in your neck of the woods, Bourbon Dan, love Traverse City. Heck yeah. Ricardo, usually grab a couple of bottles of ice wine when traveling to Canada. Did you have some locally as well? Randall, I did miss your giveaway. Remind me. I'll put it in the banner here.
When we were into wine before we got into bourbon,
Oh
we
yeah.
used to drink a lot of like ice wine, Trockenbeeren Auschlace, things like that out of Germany. So those are sweet like an ice wine.
See, I hear that the wine people are like way more, neurotic and obsessive than the bourbon people. Is that fact or is that fiction?
I don't know. Am I neurotic?
Maybe snobby. Is that the wine people? Well, from what I hear,
I will
the
not
wine people
deny
are
that I am a wine snob along with a bourbon snob. Just ask my father-in-law. He's been telling us that for years.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, but it's the same with both. I mean, you find people that are snobbish about their bourbon, thinking that Buffalo Trace is the pinnacle of bourbon, and you find people with wine that think that Camus is the pinnacle of red wine. And
No.
both are good, but they're not the pinnacle either way.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Arbor Mist, but okay.
My father-in-law started calling us wine snobs because anytime they'd say, "Well, do you want some of the box wine in the refrigerator?" I'd go, "Ugh." Mine only comes in a bottle.
The thing I will say is coming, because I was a wino, still am, but one of the things is winos, whether you're a snob about it or not, you definitely start wanting to pull notes out of whether it's white or red, and you start pulling different notes out, and that is a great tool or skill or to bring with you to whiskey. So
yeah, I know if I ever started a whiskey channel, my time with tasting wine would definitely help there.
Yeah.
World's Worst Wine Channel.
Yeah, World's Worst Wine Channel. Every review would be the same. Ooh, grape juice that burns.
Yes. Spicy grape juice.
Yeah.
I don't, Jason, I know you follow Whiskeyland TV. Did you see that Alec started a sake channel?
Oh, I did not see that. Sake?
At least on Instagram. And I was messaging back and forth with Ryan. I'm like, I started following Alex sake channel, and I think he's the only sake influencer I'm aware of. So he's got the market cornered.
Market cornered on sake. Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to start a soju channel.
Yeah.
Gary, your channel is very entertaining.
I saw in the chat, Tiffany says, "I miss wine. Did you remove all the wine in the house to make room for all your bourbon?"
That's funny.
In my case, unfortunately not. There's a shitload of both.
We never had like a big inventory of wine. You know what we have, which probably some of you guys maybe don't have any. We have a pretty decent inventory of mead.
Mead.
There was a local place here called Schramm's, which I guess is pretty big in the mead
Mm-hmm.
Somebody kicked Tom off of
Needle
his channel.
Spear. And for a while we were going to their releases, and we accumulated a decent amount of mead. And neither of us have touched it in probably about 7 years.
Wow.
So we got a decent accumulation of mead, but not a whole lot of wine here.
Speaking of sake, I have a quick funny story. I was just in Wisconsin visiting Scott and Julie. Me and Kim went, and one of the nights we went out, we went to kind of like this higher end Asian restaurant. It was one of the chefs from Top Chef. This guy Dan.
Oh, wow.
Owns it. It's called Dan. So it's two different Dans that own it, and the food was incredible. But on our way there, Kim and I are sitting in the back of the SUV, and the air is blasting because it's hot, and I can't really hear Julie. So she turns around. She's kind of sitting in the passenger seat. She kind of turns like this, and she's like, "Do you guys like sake?" And I was like, "What? What did you say?" He's like, "Sake."
Sake.
I'm like, "Sake? Where are we going? What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, sake." I'm like, "Oh, I thought we were going to
You're going to one of those
are we going to
parlors.
like a massage parlor? Where are we going?"
Well, you did say it was higher end.
Yeah, but I mean, I think her Canadian accent, it came out a little like sulky.
You were getting sucky with a long finish.
Exactly. We were dying laughing because I thought you said sucky and not sake. And I was like, "Oh my god." Yeah.
Hey, what happens in Wisconsin stays in Wisconsin.
Yeah, apparently.
All right. Richie Z says, Eric Gunderson, pouring your new Riff Balboa for my post-work pour. All right. Cheers, Richie. Yeah, we had a good time hanging out with Scott and his wife, and we did that pick in Traverse City last summer. That was a blast.
Yeah, unfortunately I had to miss that pick. I was
I
traveling.
know.
I was traveling for work.
All right. So I did my drum key. I'm trying to think of what I want to go for next. I'm thinking it's got to be something impressive here that I've got. That
Something
I don't know,
impressive.
maybe I don't go to. What's your birthday pour, if you will? Lance, what are you going to pour on your birthday if you're looking for something special? You got about 9 million bottles. What do you grab?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I mean, I have.
Let me guess.
I really like the William LaRue Weller.
Do you prefer that to Stag?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The 2025 is really good. I got a little bit left.
See,
I actually like the Eagle Rare 12. At least the bottle I got, it's pretty good for a low proofer.
Sure. Yeah, it's a banger. But
I don't know. What are your Tom? What are kind of like your higher end bottles that you have?
All right. Well, I think I'm going to grab one that I haven't went to in a minute. That's probably one of my favorite bottles.
All right, that's all that matters.
I really love
Old number 7.
Splendid.
Old number 7. You watch. Old number 7, Gentleman
Uncle
Jack.
Creed, Bloody Butcher Corn.
There you go.
No, this is the
Old Crow.
Oh, it's 13th Colony.
13th Colony Double Oak. This was a 2020. I think it's 2023.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Batch 2.
So you're gonna have some liquid bacon, basically. Nice.
Yeah, they got a little bit of this left.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
This was like
Liquid bacon all day long.
I haven't even opened this bottle in a minute.
There's not much
you
left.
say liquid bacon. It's got like all those deep, dark, rich, decadent notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it feels high end. Is it the best bottle I've got? I don't know, probably not, but it
would probably fall under one of the more unique bottles you have, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
And for the year that I got this was my bourbon of the year, and I knew it going in, and then I did it in a blind and I picked it. And haven't gone back to it in a minute, so There you go. There's your birth. It's sort of got the same shape as the birthday bourbon, so it's
Yeah,
as
it's a little
good as I
different.
can do.
And I'm wondering if you might want to move it into a 375 or smaller bottle, because our birthday
Yeah.
bourbon, at least tonight, didn't taste as good as it used to, and it's starting to get,
And that's saying something.
Yeah, too much air.
touche. But yes,
Jeff tells me, when he gets something low, you got to move it into a different container, and that just seems like an awful lot of work.
Well, I mean, it depends. Not everything, but I think special bottles that you really want to, make it last long. I think it's always good to do that.
Your choices are either move it into a smaller bottle or finish it. So,
or
Yeah,
risk it
Pretty
going
much.
on you.
Risk it for the biscuits.
I really love Driftless Glen. I can't wait for Jason and Scott's newest picks.
Oh, dude, you have no idea how good that is.
I will say that the Driftless Glen 10-year that we tried at the Trail Hotel that time, that was a showstopper. I think that was probably the best thing I had at that event.
Yep. Yeah, they're coming back this year, and I think we ended up with 4 1/3 barrels. I thought we were just going there to pick 2, but we got 4, and then we got this other. They're giving us 60 bottles of the special distillery only release that they're going to let us have for the group too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's in terms of like a smaller distillery that's really made an impact on a lot of the whiskey groups. And Driftless Glen.
And it's been good.
Up there.
We've had such a long-standing relationship with them. We've been able to taste the progression from like their 5-year stuff all the way up till like their 10-year stuff now, which is pretty cool.
Those guys were good at your meetup last year. They were at the end of the night. Not that I was.
Sharpie's coming back. Sharpie's coming back. So they'll be at Bardstown Blitz again this year.
Well, I'm going to go with the Driftless that I had picked a while back.
So is that a rye or a bourbon, Gary?
It's a bourbon. Toby tried this when we were down in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It was sort of like cherry cola-ish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the 10-year bourbon we got is very reminiscent of the Black Forest Bugaboo we did like very early on, where it's like the raspberry chocolate notes, but now it's that with amped up with some more sweet oak. It is so just decadent and delicious. It's like almost a dessert pour.
I think my favorite Driftless one is, I think it was like the raspberry donut. I don't know if it had a special name or something, but we got a little bit of that one left. It's probably from about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. We had a Grand Marnier one, which was one of the ryes. That was a super short barrel. So yeah, we've done a lot. This was our 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th barrel that we picked with them.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah. And yeah.
Well, that beats the shit out of Baker's dozen.
Yeah. The 10-year bourbon will be the 13th, like the Baker's dozen donut, and then the rest will be something else. We'll figure it out.
Okay, so right now I'm doing the debut up against the Mash and Journey Provenance.
Oh,
You.
This is really a nice side by side.
yeah, the Provenance.
Be a close finish.
Yeah, the Provenance is more orange than dark fruit, but it's really good.
You're right. It's like burnt orange.
Yeah,
like potpourri orange.
Yeah, I went back and watched some of your stream that you and Scott did last week, and you guys were kind of picking out your favorite picks of the year from last year.
Mm-hmm.
The Cedar Ridge, was it the single malt or was it the bourbon that was?
The single malt was my personal favorite because there was just nothing like it.
I got both of those. What the Clockwork Orange one was my favorite.
Oh yeah, I could see that. There was the Clockwork. So yeah, interesting thing about the both of them. The single malt got more universally loved, which was very surprising.
It did.
While the Clockwork Orange was more of a, I got more mixed bag reviews about that because it's a very different type of whiskey because they have macerated orange peels in those barrels. It's just different. So it
Which
was
one
like,
was the double oaked?
yeah, people either the people that loved it, like really loved it, and then you had the people that were like, I don't know if this is my favorite. This is a little bit weird. And that's what that was. We didn't really get that with the single malt because I think
I would almost flip flop them. I would think that the single malt was just a little bit off profile.
I totally agree with you. But I think people that like American single malt or just malt in general were all in on the quintessential and they really loved it. So
The quintessential is fantastic.
yeah.
Which one was the Cedar Ridge from your first round up there? That was the double oaked.
That was the Field of Dreams ones, the Moonlight Graham.
Yeah, that thing was insane.
Yeah.
I got that here.
Yeah, God, man, every time I look at our spreadsheet of the catalog of picks we've done, it's so insane how many barrels we picked.
I mean, that one's probably like 2022.
Maybe it's quite that old, right? I mean, this was from a few years back for sure. And what I remember about this one is I really liked it. I know Danny really liked it. Danny liked it enough that I think he went back and bought multiples because it was available for a while, like most of like that summer, I think.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, because at that point, everyone was like, "Who the hell is Cedar Ridge?" So,
right.
Well,
so in terms of like how you get yourself immersed in some of these brands, a group like Mash and Journey, really does help people out. That
Westland they did. That Westland they did a few years ago. I think you can still buy it. That it's like fudge brownies.
Oh yeah, nobody wanted that one because Big Vic's face was on it.
Right, just take a black marker and rub it out. It's good whiskey. It's really good whiskey.
Yeah, I'll take the tater sticker, see if it moves.
Just put an avocado on there; it'll be okay.
Then you'll know.
Well, we call it the Mecca Lecca High Mecca Malty Ho, which is a pretty
that one. Yeah,
it's
Good Lord.
Yeah.
a good single malt.
Yeah, that one is still available. You can actually still buy it. It was one of our first picks we did. It's still available.
Yeah,
That's
I think that sticker scares small children.
So Jason, if reflecting back on last night with the two new riffs, and just I just want to get your take on it. When I did the two bourbons side by side, and this was actually at Aquifer, and I could go either way on the bourbons. I felt that there was a lot of similarities. There were some differences, but I think for me I could go either way. Which one was my favorite?
Yeah, I just think last year's was a little sweeter than this year's.
Right,
So
and that's a mood thing.
Yeah, that's going to be.
But I felt surprisingly, and I think Jeff, because Jeff Wack was sitting with me. I think we both felt that the rye for this year edged out last year.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Did I say that last night? Because I feel like I agree with you.
I feel like you did. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I think you did.
I think I do like the rye this year more than last year. I think there's a little bit more. It's kind of weird because it's the same age, but both of them feel older.
Well, is it? Or is last year's 10 and 11 year and this year's is like 10 and 11 and 12 year?
Which might be. They just left the bottle, to say 10 years and put some older whiskey in it. But the bourbon to me definitely felt like it had a lot more sweet oak to it. And just a richer oak profile overall. It wasn't as candied as last year's, where I getting like that rich, like New Riff last year came off like I don't know if you think of like a Buffalo Trace profile, but if they used like malted rye where it was like chocolatey and cherry. But the one I tasted last night had some of that in it, but really the oak profile on it was delicious.
That's what led me to think that maybe there's some older, but what's the oldest stuff they could possibly have? I think is only 12 year.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
got it's probably 11 or 12. Yeah.
So and leading into the Star Hill.
The Star Hill blew me away. How different it is from last year.
So, well, and that's the thing. You made that very clear. It is two different whiskeys, and it is two different whiskeys. I mean, it's not the same mash bill. The thing that struck me this year, last year when I cracked it, fresh crack, I was like, I'm not sure, what everybody's seeing in this. And then it took 2 or 3 pours, and it was like, oh, it got down to the shoulder. It was like, okay, now I get it. This is a delicious $100 wheat whiskey. Now, I didn't have that experience this year. From the first pour this year, I was like, oh, okay, I'm all in. So I didn't have, that was, I've only had 1 or 2 pours out of this year's bottle, but it's been delicious from the get-go, but different delicious.
Yeah. Like I said last night, I akin it to a dark German beer, how it came off to me.
It was funny because all of us beer geeks were geeking out in chat with Dunkel and Schwarzbier and all that kind of stuff. But I would never have thought to equate it to that, but you're totally right. I mean, right down the street from New Riff is Hofbrauhaus. Every time I go up there, I have to go there.
It came off like a dark German Dunkel beer. Because that's what I like to drink when I go to Hofbrauhaus. So it's like fresh in my mind. Every time I get like me and Kim we'll share a Reuben, and I'll get a Dunkel with it because it's just to me it's really good.
Right.
So it totally gave me that vibe where it was it was malty, it was dark, it was chocolatey. It had this, I don't know, this thick, rich profile. And while I think it's good, it's so completely off, the other side of the spectrum from what we got last year, where you're talking about strawberries and cream. And in some regard, it got a lot of honey for some people. It just really, it was kind of like this ever evolving bottle. Whereas this year, I haven't really had enough time with it. I just cracked it last night. But yeah, I'm curious.
It's almost like this year's, those strawberry cream notes last year is almost kind of what you would more expect from a wheat whiskey. Whereas this year, it's I'm not sure that's even, it seems.
I think, Joe Unfiltered. I think 2025 will be the more universally loved by most people because it's got what do we love as bourbon drinkers and just as, I don't know, people that live in the United States. We like sweet, we like candy. So that's what it gears towards. But there will be a pocket of people that are going to like the 2026 better because it's dark and has that just different profile. I was just blown away at how different they really are. I'm like, holy shit. I would never guess blind that that's a wheat whiskey after trying it last night.
Right.
Just because it's so dark. And I'm looking for the honey and the fruit and all that stuff. I just would never think it in a million years.
Yeah, that was definitely a sleeper last year. And as soon as they announced that they were going to do it again this year, it's one that I've had high on my wish list. It's just, I wonder if it's going to be super scarce like last year. I don't think I saw it on shelves here in Michigan last year.
I think it was actually allocated here in Ohio. I think it was a lottery bottle. I don't even think you can ever just go in and buy it. I could be, because I felt like I never saw it last year here.
There were a few stores that would have posted it, but it would have been gone in an hour.
Yeah.
If I see it, that's one I got to hop on for sure. All right, William H. I just posted in the chat. I'm trying to put you on the wheel. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Multitasking. Never mind. You're good. So, Jason, I think the last time you popped on my stream, you asked me the best bourbon I've had this year.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably, right away I thought of the new Riff Silver Grove bourbon. And afterwards, I'm like, oh, geez, it might have been the Elijah Craig 15 that I have.
Yeah.
At this point, the new Riff 10-year that was this year's, I was like blown away by how good that was.
The bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I tasted last night. I love it. I think it's really good. It has a deep, like I was saying earlier, it has a deeper oak profile versus last year. It just seems more integrated. It's really good.
It just seems like, in terms of like well-rounded balance, it's almost like perfect to me, to my palate.
Yeah, like that bottle, and I think even the old Grandad 114 single barrels are like kind of like my.
I haven't seen those here anywhere yet.
Like my sleepers of the year. They're so good.
Cheers, Bad Axe. How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a minute.
Well, if you come to the Blitz, you'll see plenty of them.
All right, cool.
At the bottle shop.
I'll be there. Old fashioned ways, Doc. What's going on, brother?
Hey Tom, I did a spinner. I did my own little private spinner wheel, and you won this for your birthday. I'll send you a sample out.
What?
Gotta have a good birthday pour. This is pretty good shit.
Hey, you know what? I'm not complaining over here, Lance. I got a little bit of drum key, a little bit of 13th Colony double oaked. I'm hanging out with some friends. I mean, I'm not complaining. But I appreciate that, brother.
Of course, you were the only one on the spinner, but
Oh. I like those odds.
That's some good odds, Tom. I like it.
I love those odds. All right, and speaking of, I think I'm all updated on the wheel here.
It's always a
So
good
we got
day.
just shy of 10 o'clock. Let's cut off entries at 10, and we'll start spinning here. Cheers, old fashioned ways. Yeah, Doc, good to see you, brother. How's that Infinity?
Tom, I still have hope that we're going to have another special guest jump on here. I know he's busy with some family stuff, but anyway.
Well, I'm gonna jump off because I have to go film. So, happy
night, buddy.
And Tom, thanks for having me on. And,
all right, cheers, brother. Hey, man, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll catch you soon, brother.
Cheers, Jason.
Cheers,
Take care,
Jason.
guys. Nice seeing
Good
everybody.
night, Jason.
All right, Brian Newton. All right, I see you guys getting in here. I will add you up. Brian, you're in. And son of a Gunderson, I see you in again.
you guys like this bottle?
What you got there? Is that the creme
You guys
brulee?
like this bottle? I feel sorry for you because I actually hate it.
I'm not the biggest Penelope fan. Hey, Lance, you know what I like from Penelope? Is their cocktail. They're pre-made.
The old fashions.
The black walnut old fashioned is
I like the
fantastic.
apple cinnamon one a little bit.
Yeah.
But the other
I'm
one,
waiting for the
They just came
blackberry
out
one
with
to release.
a blackberry one that just sounds amazing, right?
I can't
Have
wait
you
for
had
that one.
Maureen?
I'm waiting for it to drop so we can
Okay.
get it.
I think it's just starting to hit.
Yeah.
people love that cream brulee architect. I tried it last night. I'm like, oh my god, this is awful.
Look at this guy. We got a friggin' pro in the house.
There he is. There he is.
Happy birthday, brother.
Hey, thanks, man. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I've been watching your content. You're killing it, man. It's always good to
He
see you.
is.
Well, appreciate you. What are you drinking on your birthday?
Right now, I am finishing up a little bit of 13th Colony Double Oaked. I think it's the 2023, which
Sick.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
no, that was my favorite bourbon that year.
I have not tried a double oak yet.
The 13th Colony.
Mm-mm.
You know what's interesting is I started my channel like July of 23, and when I started, we were putting our content on TikTok.
Mhm.
And I think I posted a review of the 13th Colony Double Oak for that year on TikTok. And like immediately some dude was like, hey, I'll send you a sample of last year's and you can compare it. And I thought that was like the weirdest thing. I'm like, I don't know you. You don't know me. You just send me food in the mail.
Does that smell like chloroform to you?
Yeah, right. I'm like all right. So he sent me a 2-month sample of like the batch 1 of 13th Colony Double Oak. And I was like, all right, you know, and it was really good. It was muted kind of compared to the one here. But
Yeah.
I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Like there's just some random dude like saw a video on TikTok and he's like, hey, here you go. I'm gonna see you try them.
Yeah, the first time you get a handshake in the mail, you're like, is this gonna kill me?
Right. You know, it's you kind of taking a leap of faith, right, Brandon?
Yeah, certainly.
So.
That's why I keep a countertop mask back here. So,
Right.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Make sure there's no anthrax in it.
Yeah, it
only takes
looked
one
okay.
name,
And I
right?
standing on it for a minute. I'm like, this guy seems all right. You know, I kind of watched like some of his other things, and like, all right, you know what, fuck it. And yeah, I'm still here, so it's all right.
You've made it. You've made it past the dying point. So
yeah. So if it was poison, it wasn't enough to knock me out or hurt me too much, and we made it.
It's a little bit.
So
of
Brandon, give us we were just talking with Jason before you jumped on.
all right.
Give us your rundown on last year's New Riff Decade bottles, the bourbon and rye, compared to this year's High Note bourbon and rye.
I haven't opened my new 10 years this year yet. They're sitting downstairs in the lineup to get to.
So that's the guy that's in his backyard.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I was out of town. Where was I? Oh, I was in Chicago when they released, like when you could pick them up. So I didn't get mine until late last week. And my content calendar is backlogged. So I try to make them fresh cracks when I open them, but I bought 2 bottles of each, so maybe I can crack one of them open. I've heard that the rye is amazing and the bourbon's better than last year. I didn't get the bottle of bourbon last year because it sold out like that. But the rye was one of my favorites of the year. So if it's anywhere close to what it was last year, it's a top 10 whiskey of the year for me.
So have you had the bourbon from last year? Do you need a sample for a purpose comparison?
I mean, I won't say no.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was just telling Jason, you know, what my favorite bourbon was for this year, and it might very well be the New Riff 10 this year's version.
You get one?
Yeah, I got one. I thought about getting the rye. I passed on it. I just got the bourbon, but God damn, it's fantastic.
What's going on, Greg? Star Hill. I literally just dropped it today.
Right.
Haven't had a chance to watch it, and that's what I'll say, Matt, is you can check it out on the Whiskey Weather YouTube channel.
Look at this guy.
Live stream.
I haven't seen that episode yet either. Do you compare it to last year?
I blind them, yeah.
Okay, very good.
So
no spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Never say no. No, yeah, you never say no.
That's what I'm doing right here. Is
the 10 year
2025, 2026 Star Hill.
Oh damn.
The Star Hill?
I haven't seen anywhere with the Star Hill yet for this year. I hope I can get one. I mean, that was one of my favorite bottles of last year for sure.
Yeah, it was really good.
Last year they were easier to come by because nobody knew what it was, like PFG. This year everybody knows what Star Hill is. So.
I mean,
they're very different though, Toby. Last year's and this year's, they're really different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Last year's was made with soft red winter wheat. This year's hard white wheat and hard red wheat. What's the difference? They just gave the wheat Viagra this year, so it's a little harder. But
nice.
Stiff wheat.
Surprised they didn't call it Cialis Hill Farms.
Tom, those 2 Lost Lanterns that I put in my giveaway, these are the other 2 I'm going to give you. in the giveaway.
Oh, the copper and cask.
Fantastic, but
Nice.
they're the 250th anniversaries from them.
How's the double oak bourbon?
They're both very good. Neither of them are like mind blowing, but they're both very good.
I think copper and cask is one of the most slept on brands out there.
Yeah, they seem to be on the upswing for sure.
Well,
I think Jeff and the whiskey
definitely in
friends
our
kinda
segment of the
got me
community, and
into
that's
them.
just thanks to.
I mean,
That's my front runner right now for best bourbon of the year. I don't know if it's
There you go.
some of the picks from some of the smaller groups and some of the groups that we all associate with are insane. And I was with Toby, and we did a pick, and that place is fantastic.
Randall, here you go. I'm happy to still have a bunkered bottle of last year's Star Hill. Ya bastard.
Bragger. Bragger.
Yeah. The Express, man, he knows. He just knows.
God, I wonder where Randall got that bottle.
Yeah, I want to say a lot of the bangers I got last year, you had procured for me, like the PFG. No, wait a minute. I got the PFG here, but like the Victor stuff, and Star Hill. Yeah, man, that Star Hill was.
I'm down to one unopened bottle of PFG.
Same
But
here.
that was another one. PFG last year, nobody here in Lexington knew what it was. I was buying Michter's bourbon, rye, 10-year bourbon, 10-year rye by the case last year. I was buying Star Hill by the case, PFG by the case, because nobody knew what it was.
Yeah, like Danny said, must be effing nice.
Yeah.
No, I don't
see-
mean it. No, I don't mean it
one
like
bottle
that.
of
I just mean
PFG
it
in
was,
Northern Kentucky.
last year, I think the reason the Michters were like that was because that was the very beginning of this downturn. And those were the first things that all of a sudden, before all the Sazerac stuff, they just became more available. And so I was able to get that stuff in quantity. The PFG and the Star Hill, nobody knew what they were. The flippers didn't know what they were.
Yeah, they're brand new.
And so I was just able to capitalize on that.
And coming out with the higher, bit higher price tag too.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be the first one to jump in on that.
Well, what was interesting for me is the same day I grabbed the Jack 14, the store owner had the PFG on the countertop. I'm like, how much you want for that one? He's like, let me look it up. So he looked up MSRP. He's like, here's the MSRP. I'm like, I'll take that one too. He's like, what is it? Is it any good? Do you know why it's? I'm like, I heard it's good. That's it. So it was MSRP. So I got that and the Jack 14 in the same day. Those were probably the two best bottles I got last year.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good day.
I think about the sample of PFG that Tom gave me.
Brandon, what have you got coming up in terms of group picks?
Currently dropping a short barrel 11-year. That's through 2/3 of my tiers. That'll go public on Saturday. 2 picks from that will be from next month. Will be 2 Still Austin picks, and then I think our Evernorth pick will be shortly after that.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear from those. I shared with Brandon the stickers I came up with for the Evernorth things. So I'm waiting to kind of hear the yield so I know how many to order. But I would think those would hit mid next month.
If we can hold it past mid next month to August, I would love it.
I could talk to Brandon if you want to try to hold it a little bit. I'll tell him not to put a rush.
Yeah, the Still Austin barrels have been bottled and they just need to get to the distributor, but I don't want to do picks so close to each other.
Yeah,
right?
you got a lot going on in terms of scheduling.
So at least 3 weeks in between. Evernorth with Tom. Let's go. Yeah, we picked 2 fantastic. What was it? 152 proof hazmat American light whiskey.
Oh my God.
And it doesn't drink nearly that. That was the consensus favorite of the day, I remember.
Yeah.
And then we had a nice 52% Sagamore rye that was just
that was the 4th thing we drank, that rye.
Yeah,
the first 2 were meh, and that was the best of the bunch.
I knew going in that I wanted a 52% Sagamore, and that one just that one hit. So yeah, those will be coming up soon. Man, what did I want to say? Oh, hey, are you hearing that it's getting a little bit difficult to move some things with the guys with the brown trucks, Brandon?
Oh yeah, I've heard a couple of issues through that. I've seen it in groups. I've not had personal experience, but I haven't done a whole lot of that in
this
a
was
while.
kind of the topic of discussion today amongst
It blew up today. Yeah.
from a good bit of us that
You get nabbed?
yeah, some things held, confiscated, maybe some fines coming through.
We had one person just let's say in the last 7 days, one that got nailed and basically had his pirate ship kind of locked up, so he can no longer ship pirate ship FedEx or UPS. We had one shipping to Maine. He's in chat right now, but his bottle was confiscated and destroyed, going to somebody in Maine. And then there was one other one that was a similar to that, confiscated and destroyed type thing.
Destroyed, aka we took it home and drank it.
Yeah,
destroyed by somebody.
I had 2 bottles getting transported by the brown shirts in December that miraculously never made it to their final destination either.
But Brandon is actually using you've kind of started your whole distributor, the way that you send out your picks. So you've maybe got a different beat on it than some of us.
Yeah, I don't handle any of it anymore.
Smart man.
I don't need to.
Longhorn, right?
Yeah, Longhorn. So bottlenecks, it's Longhorn. I've had some issues with them in a different sense, but I'd never heard of a shipping company called SpeedX until the last one, and they're terrible. They don't leave you notification. They don't give you notification on when they're going to be there. Sometimes they'll leave it on the porch. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, we tried to deliver it. The one time they were like, we tried to deliver it. I was like, I was at home all day. There's no way you did.
Well, what's interesting is I usually get my deliveries at my office because I have to sign for them, and I don't want to inconvenience my wife or Tyler. So I'll have them set to deliver to my office. And there was this one day, last month, and I could see the truck. It was a FedEx truck, and he drove real slow right past my office, stopped in the parking lot, and then kept driving. And as he's doing this, I can see the updates on my notifications saying, "Yeah, business closed. No one's there." I wanted to run outside and say, "I'm fucking here."
They're the worst.
Yeah.
I did that to UPS one day when Gary was expecting a bottle and they had tried to deliver the day before and I was home waiting for it. He's like, well, they said between 1 and 3. So literally it was a nice enough day. I sat outside of our apartment building on the bench right outside our door and watched the brown truck. And I literally stood up just waiting. And he got out, went to all these other businesses, including the business right next door to our front door to our apartment building, and walked right on past ours. And I looked at him and I said, excuse me, are you going to deliver to this store right here, which is our apartment?
Yeah, it was
for this person. So he goes, oh, I don't have anything for him. I said, no, I know that is a lie.
It was so frustrating.
Are you going to try that?
I could see the guy stop, and then I get the notification, "Oh, business closed. We'll try back tomorrow." Or something. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. I wasn't letting him get away with it. I was like, no, mine.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Doc. I saw your comment here. I was told many times today about UPS stopping shipping out bottles and getting fined. Yep. That's kind of the topic du jour. So yeah, I wanted to give a bottle away tonight, but instead we'll just do a bunch of samples. So
yeah, I heard that they're theoretically running it through an AI screening program.
Some sort of scanner. Again, we're just kind of speculating, but if you when you get bottles from UPS, there's like a sticker on it, and if you peel it off, there's like a metal underpinning.
That's the RFID.
Yeah.
So when I get one of those and I want to reuse that box, I'll peel that off and throw it away. I don't know if maybe some people are not doing that and reusing the box, and that kind of increases the likelihood of things getting screened, or if they just have scanners that can kind of see right through your cardboard. I don't know.
Well,
So
I'll tell you right
here's
now.
a couple things I've been
I'm going to
thinking
throw my
about.
2 cents in here. If you really want to get something there, you wrap your bottle in aluminum foil, then you shrink wrap it, then you put it in a bubble bag, and then you don't go to the UPS store, you go to like Staples or something, and if they ask you what's in it, you tell them to fuck off. They need a search warrant to get into the thing, and you don't put anything like fragile or any of that bullshit on there, and you just say, yep, send this out, and you'll never have a problem. If you wrap it in aluminum foil, nothing can read through it. Nothing. That's essentially a Faraway bag, and they cannot read through it.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, a lot of us use pirate ship, so that when we make our own labels, we make our own box, we drop it off at a shop.
Not that
No
I
one
would
asks
do
us
that.
shit. But now maybe they're running it through a scanner, and I don't know. But yeah, you're not the first person today that I've heard say do the aluminum foil.
If you want to get crazy, not that I would ever do it. If you wrap the bottle in aluminum foil, nothing's going to read it.
All right. Wayne Arnold says, "Can anyone verify what was written on Jason's Discord?" That's where a lot of this conversation was. It wasn't on Jason's Discord.
It's not
it was
Discord.
on,
It's not Discord. It's Jason's Patreon.
I send samples all the time. Okay, so Wayne, that's kind of the caveat, is that the samples hadn't been flagged in the same fashion as bottles. Bourbon Kingdoms just said they have a friend who was sending samples who got fined $1,500. I think Jason indicated somebody was fined $150.
From what I've been told, it's $150 per violation.
It was $150, and then he got his pirate ship revoked.
His pirate ship got locked down.
Hooper says you can hand deliver to me. Yeah, Hooper, if you win something from me, I can definitely hand deliver it to you, brother. But
I've heard that during the Derby weekend there was a big sting of UPS. Like there was a big one the week of Derby in Louisville. They confiscated a bunch of bottles at UPS.
Oh, really? Okay.
My colon cleanse formulas have been successful.
Again, I would never do this, but again, my personal opinion, you guys do whatever you want, but I would never ever use USPS.
Nope.
USPS? Oh no, they're the worst.
Well, their prices are like twice as much.
So their USPS is basically they're a company that's owned by the government. So it's illegal. The other ones, it's a policy violation. UPS and FedEx and whatever else.
Well, when I used to get my labels made at the UPS store, if they asked me what it was, I would just say olive oil or pickles or something. But then I got pirate ship, and you don't have to do that whole thing.
Maybe I need to switch to like DHL, where they kind of deliver on horseback with a leather bag, and they just kind of hand you your bottle.
I use unladen swallows.
Ravens.
If I was going to do it, I would use UPS, and I would just go to like Staples or CVS or something like that. I would not go to like the UPS store.
The access point places, yeah.
All right.
Only if I was going to do something like that.
I'm not sure how they're doing it, Hooper. This is all kind of new. I put my own labels on and drop boxes off. Yeah, I mean, Eric, up until today, that's exactly what I've done as well, and no issues. but it sounds like that's changing.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
I don't-
we have no issues because none of us ever do any of that.
No.
That's why we
Yes,
don't have any
exactly.
issues.
But if you were gonna, that's what I would do.
if you were gonna,
I mean, if
theoretically,
you wanted to talk hypotheticals,
yeah, John had messaged us earlier when we were talking about this. He kind of got tagged, so.
And
yeah,
I mean,
there are consequences.
I'm not a lawyer or anything, Tom, but if I got a fine, I'd be like, did you open the package? How do you know what was in it?
Well, here's the thing, Lance. I mean,
Because-
I've thought about this a bit.
They can't open the
Well,
package
and
without a search
and
warrant, which means they need
Lance
probable
isn't a
cause.
lawyer, but he's saying that from a very knowledgeable perspective, I guess.
It would need probable cause to open that package.
Lance, it seems like there's so many laws, and they vary from state to state on shipping, and it's such a constant state of flux that you would almost need to have a practice that's specialized in just that to keep up on things.
Yeah, like Michigan's changes all the time. Kentucky's changes all the time.
Yep, Tennessee.
Oh, it's crazy. I'll use an example. I was ordering from Sealbox left and right, no problem. All of a sudden, they don't ship to Massachusetts anymore.
Same here.
Yeah, Sealbox doesn't even ship to Kentucky. I have to ship it to my girlfriend's house.
Rules or whatever.
Nor
and
does
they-
Bourbon Outfitter. And both of their brick and mortar locations are in Kentucky.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a secret why Bourbon Outfit is in DC, because they basically don't have to follow any of the other rules.
That's why everybody's in DC.
Well,
Yeah.
even with them being in DC, there are still a couple of exceptions. Lance, I mean, like I know, where Brandon and I are doing
Like Utah is insane. You can't get anything in Utah.
Well, Brandon and I are doing the Evernorth thing drop as soon, and Bourbon Outfitters is who it's through, and they don't ship to Kentucky.
So I'll have to ship it to Elliot.
Yeah, so it's a whole deal. It's a thing, and it's always changing.
It's crazy. Like, it's almost
So,
comical.
Brandon?
Like a Tennessee whiskey that can't ship to Tennessee.
It's bizarre.
Brandon, what is the
comical.
reach? What are the limitations to Longhorn in terms of the number of states?
48 states. The only two is Utah and Michigan right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
It was Utah and South Dakota, and then they picked up South Dakota, and then Michigan changed their rules, and then they got dropped off of Michigan.
So is that when
So-
I ordered your pick, you had to, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about,
So-
Tom.
Yeah, somebody helped us out.
I know it's a mile up the road. I know New Hampshire takes almost everything, but you have to be on their list because they don't have they have a 3-tier system, but they're the second and third tier.
All right,
So as long as your company's on their list, then you can ship to them.
So, Brandon, Bill McBrayer just partnered with Bourbon Direct, and Daniel from Bourbon Direct, he sold Shared Pour to, Jay 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And he currently owns Bourbon Direct, and Bourbon Direct is 47 states. They don't ship to Alaska, Hawaii, or Utah. And they have a flat rate shipping. 1 to 4 bottles is $19.99. 5 to 6 bottles is $29.99. Flat rate, doesn't matter.
Longhorn
that's
is
why Bill-
$18 up to 10.
Pardon me?
Wow.
Longhorn is $18 up to 10.
Wow. Holy crap. Okay.
Part of the reason that I go with them. It used to be 12, but their packing of 12 bottles was rough, so I think they dropped it to 10.
Yeah, Hooper.
It's so
exactly.
crazy. They need to
I'm in
change-
that same
they need to
boat,
change
but
it.
that seems like
I don't know if it's necessarily the stores. I think it's the transit locations that are popping people.
Yeah, it's the
The
main
rules
hub.
in general. It's just ridiculous. These are 1930 rules. They're insane.
Yep.
Tom, I thought the legality around bottle shipping was legal if the bottle was one. I wish that was the case, Danny.
Yeah, but how do you prove that?
If it was validly won in a YouTube channel auction or giveaway, then it should be legal, but it's maybe not.
Might have
Okay,
to be
so I
like a
gotta-
licensed raffle or something.
Yeah,
That work
see,
around.
that's the thing, and I mentioned that when in Jason's Patreon chat. I mean, who this hits the hardest is some of the smaller channels who do the giveaways where we're doing like 30 or 50 or some, a lot of bottle giveaways. You're putting a lot of people at risk, and it's, how do you deal with that? And I don't know yet. This is all kind of new.
Tom, the rules are so technically they're so insane. Technically, in my state, if I gave my neighbor a bottle of wine for Christmas, I violated the liquor laws.
Possibly.
It's insane. Not possibly. It's definite. That's a liquor law violation in Massachusetts. It's insane. I mean, it's not enforced, but it's insane. That
Yeah, I mean,
our violation.
You'd almost have to specialize in just, the interstate commerce in how it applies to alcohol to, know the answers to all these questions and be able to advise people accordingly. It's bizarre. Exactly, Lance.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like my neighbor across the street, he's 80 years old. Every year I go over there for Christmas, I give him a bottle of scotch.
Who are we harming, right?
It's stupid. I get the whole thing about you don't want to give it to people that are 17, 18 years old. That's
yeah, I get that, but
that's a question. That's the thing. It's a victimless crime,
But you got an 80-year-old neighbor. He likes scotch. He's 80 friggin' years old. Technically, to make it legal, you got to walk over there, open the bottle with them. Hey, have a pour, and then it's good. Because you're just sharing it.
Drone delivery.
Sharing, I've got a 2025 William LaRue Weller in the glass, shared by a good friend of mine. Just received it, hand delivered today, by the way.
No, that was a long ride.
Delicious.
You look tired.
Yeah, hand delivered. It was a hell of a commute.
It's a really good bottle. I really enjoy it.
Speaking of tired, I am tired because I don't know if you saw we had tornadoes rip through our area last night. So I was up till about 1:30 making sure that my daughter and my ex-wife were in good shape and everybody else that I know in the area were good. So tonight's an early night for me, but I wanted to wish you a happy birthday, Tommy.
Oh, thanks, man.
You bet. Love our
Brandon,
friendship.
thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it, buddy.
Of course. Great to meet the other three of you.
Same, Brandon.
Have a great night. Happy birthday, and we'll catch you in the next one, y'all.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
Cheers, brother. I'll be in touch. And,
keep up the good work you're doing.
Yeah, we'll get these everything figured out, brother.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Brandon.
Cheers, Brandon.
Good night, y'all.
Night.
Good night.
Yeah, so Brandon's a good dude.
That's a good dude right there. Good
There he
dude.
is.
It's been, I want to. Now that I think about it, I think Brandon's been about exactly a year since he quit his job and has been doing the whiskey tube thing full time. So, if anybody's been able to, piece that together and make a living out of it, he's done a hell of a job.
Give him a lot of credit.
My wife says spin, spin, spin.
It's big balls to do that.
I think we're good.
I don't know if any channel's grown as quickly as his has.
No, but he has put in the work. He's putting out the content every day. He is
right,
and he's really good at it. I mean,
and you know what, Tom? Because he quit his job, he must have calculated it because he's spending the time that he probably needs to do what he needs to do because he's got a lot of followers and stuff. And I give him credit. It takes big balls to quit your job and
100%.
I mean, I personally do it, but
I think he's been disciplined enough to keep the perspective that it's a job, and he's putting out the content. I think he puts out a short every day.
Oh yeah, he does.
And when he does his streams, he's got hundreds of people in there. He not only does he do the content, he puts in the work, he gets the content out, but it's good. I mean, he's been on TV, so like,
and he's likable, so people follow him.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's very relatable.
Yeah, 100%. He's a good guy. If you guys haven't met him in person, go to one of his things. I've been able to hang out with him a few times this year for picks.
All right, Tom, the wife is screaming at you. You better stand.
So get going, dude. Quit.
You better listen to
You better
Tiffany.
spin soon, or you're sleeping on the couch.
All right,
Right.
So, Richie, exactly.
Tiffany's
All right. So before I start spinning, what Richie said here, this is 100% true. Tommy mentioned people that are making great videos. Brandon is one. Artfully Bourbon is two. And the thing is
Artfully Bourbon, they're good.
Do I want to put out videos of like this new bottle when I look at like my buddies, Brandon and Scott, and they're just doing top-notch content? What am I really adding if I'm putting out a video of the same bottle? I mean, these guys are just killing it. So anyway, all right, so let's get to spinning. I've got the wheel put together. I've got all you guys that were generous enough to put in. Thanks to each and every one of you. We've got a heck of a lot of lights here and samples. So let's get to spinning.
Yep, the stuff I donated will be hand delivered at Kentucky in October at the
Blitz.
Lance, you gonna have a big party again this year?
I've already told everybody. You want to go to Maine? Let me know. I got a place in Maine. Come on up. Otherwise, I'll meet you in down in.
What I mean is, last year you had a big party with you down in Bardstown, right?
I just brought one of my daughters. You know what though?
He was his driver.
Yeah, that didn't work out. But
those kids, they never work out as drivers.
I discourage my kids from coming with me because it just cost me like double the money.
Dude, I'm feeling you right now.
I have four.
We had my son and
Tiff
and I went again last year. Then we brought Tyler last year, and it definitely changed the economics of the situation. Put it that way. All right,
go to
so
a restaurant, the bill comes and the bill goes to you.
Exactly. Buck stops here.
And they got the filet mignon and the lobster tails and everything. I'm like, what are you doing? You're killing me here.
Hey, Lance, we had fun though, didn't we? Though.
Oh, we did, and I don't regret it. I'm just bitching the bitch.
The downside of raising kids with good taste,
right?
I went the other night. We're going to an Italian restaurant, and I had a gift card for like $100 or whatever. And me and my wife, we don't eat a ton. We're gonna have a couple drinks, get some mussels mixed in marinara. And two of my daughters decided they were coming with us, and my bill tripled.
They're not dumb. They knew where to show up.
They're like, "Oh, you're going out to eat? We're coming." What are you gonna do? I'm like, "All right, whatever. I can't even, because if I act up, my wife's gonna call me a cheapskate." So game over.
My dad got to the point where he's like, "I'm picking up the food bill. You want to go to the bar and have a drink?
Exactly.
It's on you.
That's on your tab.
Yeah,
I'll get the food. You guys
that didn't
get
work
your-
out for me, Gary. My bill was $300 fucking bucks. I was like, ah, fuck.
Hey, it's just a few bucks, Lance. Right? What are you gonna do?
And they wonder why I order water. They're like, "Why are you ordering water?" I'm like, "Because I have whiskey.
Water and a side salad.
I buy whiskey bottles and then I drink at my house.
There you go.
I'm not buying a $22 glass of fucking Evan Williams."
Oh shit, Lance!
Come on,
I'm so
Tom,
happy you're
shuffle
hanging out
that
with us,
shit
man.
and spin it.
All right. So how many times do you want me to shuffle, Toby? You were here first. You're my wingman here tonight.
7.
All right.
Shuffle 7.
Let's shuffle 7 times. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. And this is going to be all right. So the first 5 are going to be my KBS flights, which is the KBS Bardstown collaboration and the KBS that was just released, which I just poured again. It's pretty darn good, man.
Do
All
it.
right, so let's go on.
Do
this.
it. Get to the chop
First
up.
5. First 5. Let's go.
Who's got tomorrow off?
Not me.
I do.
Randall the Express. There you go.
Rigged.
I'm off if I want to be off. I work if I want to work. So
Gary, I'm in the same boat. I mean, I'm self-employed, so it's like if I want to make a buck, I got to go in. If I want to, lose money tomorrow, I'll stay home.
no, I'm paid the same regardless. It's just if there's work that needs to get done at some point, it's when I choose to do it.
Oh, nice. Greggy.
Man, that guy,
Congrats.
Greggy.
blessed on my wheel. He wins more often than not. All right, here's Greg. All right, so we got Greg and Randall.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
1 minute.
Travis.
Robertson.
Travis.
PR. Oh, no. Oh, almost made it to JG. Thank God. Stopped on Travis. Thank God.
That's 3. We got 2 more.
Randall.
It's not going to be Randall
got
for the
one.
same thing twice, so I'm going to spin again.
Oh, Ricardo.
Oh, nice. Good guy.
Ricardo. All right. So that's 3, correct?
I think that's like 18.
Oh, that's actually.
Rick.
Mother.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
thank God.
Wait a minute, did
Yeah,
Travis
thank
already
God
get it?
with the Travis.
throw that guy
That
out.
might be 5. That's,
All right. So
that's-
didn't Travis already hit? Am I missing?
Yeah, that was the second Travis.
Yep.
Oh,
I
sorry.
better start
Okay.
writing shit down before I.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
you can go back and check chat. There's congrats Randall, congrats Greg, congrats Travis, congrats
Travis
Ricardo.
definitely won twice.
All right.
I just was figuring that Tiffany had all this shit handled.
Gary, hit me up again. Who did you? Randall hit first, right?
Yep, and then Greggy,
Then Travis.
then Travis, then Ricardo.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to spin again because Travis is not going to win the same thing twice.
Yeah.
Nope.
Toby, how's that sample?
Rigged.
Marty,
Go.
Oh,
All right, so those are going to be the
What a
5
waste.
that hit for the 2 KBS samples, the Bardstown collab and the KBS Founders that was just released today. So
Travis sucks.
next we've got, what was second? Did I put the Marty flight second?
Yes.
The Marty McBrayer Loto pick flight. So let's spin for that.
Marty McBrayer.
Yeah, Marty's putting these in. It's the McBrayer flight.
Sounds like
around 3
Back to the
picks.
Future. Marty McBrayer.
Greggy.
You know what? Greg might not have bad off.
That's all right.
Greg's killing it tonight.
Yeah, he is.
And then
All right. Then we've got all right. Third, did I have Toby? How many did you put up? 3.
I did 3, but go ahead. I think Randall put in for what, 1 sample pack?
I think I've got Randall in for 1, Danny in for 1. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm watching the crawl here.
should have me for 1.
Oh shit.
2,
Oh, there's
3.
Danny. Okay. We'll do we'll just keep it simple. We'll go in order. Okay, so you got Danny. Express flight, Danny, flight 5, Randall the express flight. Okay. And then Lance. Okay. So you've got 3 from me coming up next.
All right, so let's do the 3 top Jimmy flights next.
Booyah, top Jimmy.
Let's go.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Danny.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was on the line.
All right. So Danny gets 1.
Okay.
Number 2. Maybe Eric?
Eric.
Eric, who just missed. Boom. Eric is number 2.
Good dude.
And third one.
Hoop.
Hoopa?
Oh, no.
No.
Spinning.
All right, Eric will spin it again.
Yep. Spin again.
Brian.
Brian.
That is.
Look at this
Who is
guy. He
that?
had 1 entry and he hits.
I don't know who that is.
Brian, if you're still watching, hit me up with your contact information so that we can get this to you, brother.
Yeah. You got a banger.
You got a hell of a flight coming your way. All right, so the next one I've got is Danny's flight. Let's go for that. And these were some fucking killer picks too, man.
JG.
JG.
Right, and then next I've got Randall's flight, Randall the Express.
Oh,
Paul P.
Nice. Nice, dude.
One of my favorite human beings, Paul P. All right, and then the last one is going to be Lance's flight. This will go to.
I'm guessing Lance.
If
Yeah,
I
Lance.
win,
Let's
I'm
see.
taking it.
Damn it.
Travis,
Oh, Travis.
Keep going.
Free spin.
Travis.
Respin.
Nice.
Spin it again.
Travis, 2. Nice. All right, I think that's it.
Nice.
All right, let me get this off the screen. Somehow. Stop screen. There we go. All right, so I think that's it. All right, so hey, you guys, the 3 of you guys that are still here, 4 of you guys that are still here, appreciate you guys hanging out with me.
I'll say this on the closing.
Lance, I rarely see you on screen.
You
so
guys
I
like
really
Dean?
appreciate you,
This
brother.
2601.
I've heard it's
They
good.
They outdid themselves.
He said it was
Toby, as
good to see
always.
you on screen.
They
Thank you.
they lowered their price.
Yes.
Those things were $70 in Massachusetts.
That's still
Yeah.
100 here, man.
$70 in Massachusetts for the 2601, and they're substantially better than the last 3 years, anyways.
I'll look for them, but there's still $100 here. So if they get down to 70, that's a no-brainer. But I ain't seen them that low. Toby, thank you as always. Gary and Maureen, it's a pleasure having you guys in
Yeah.
and hanging out tonight.
Thank you for having us.
And you,
Love a
Tom,
good party.
birthday, and
And everybody that hung out in
Hey,
chat and
Real
got the
quick, can I do a
giveaways.
quick plug?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Marty's on vacation next week.
Yes.
And he has
Of course he
challenged me to take over the channel on Tuesday night. And so I'm taking over the channel on Tuesday night. I've sent out some sample packs and everything. I encourage everybody to jump on Tuesday night. And, I'll be steering the Enterprise that night. But so if things will go in a much more in an orderly fashion and efficient fashion and everything.
And this will be on the
Um,
Whiskey Nose channel.
That's right.
All right.
It's
so-
Marty's
so make
channel.
sure you-
He just
you
lets
tune
me
into the Whiskey
participate.
Nose next Tuesday night. It's going to be Toby, not Marty, steering the wheel. Correct?
That's right.
Correct. And Tom, you know what? Make sure you DM me through Patreon or email me. And
Yeah. It looks like it was Travis Robeson. I'll get you his contact information, Lance. For
no,
sure.
and that stuff. But I want your address. Even though you sent me stuff before, I want your address so I can send you something for your birthday.
Oh, I appreciate that, brother. I'll be happy to do that. Thank you all you guys for hanging out and sharing a birthday for, just having a good time. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Can't wait to see you in person at some point this year. You probably know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, nothing.
until next
like,
time, cheers.
Nothing like
Thanks
us
for watching.
in October, right?
Stay jerky. What'd you say, Lance?
I said nothing like our Super Bowl in October.
There you go. That's what it is. Cheers, guys. Good night.
Good night, brother.
Yeah,
Right.